Yes.
King of the Kobolds. I'm happy to be here.
Tonight we riot in the name of food that was cold. Anyway, hello, good evening. Um, we're we're back with some more Pathfinder. We're still if you missed our show last week, we are now playing Curse of the Crimson Throne, and you've only missed one session, so we don't have a lot for you to go back and watch. You can get up to speed right now as I get into the recap. So, we met our four heroes, went through all of their various backstories, and they all received notes attached to various hero cards that instructed them to meet up at a given address, and they could then discuss how to deal with their common enemy, one Gaedren Lamm. When they arrived, they were treated to some bread and wine and a harrow reading done by Zalara, who is a fortune teller. She gave them a lot of information about where Gaedren Lamm is hiding out, as well as her own reasons for wanting to see him dealt with, namely that her harrow deck was stolen from her. Then her son went to try and get it back, and he was murdered. And the Corvosan Guard simply just does not have enough hours in the day to go after this guy and bring him to justice. So, after it was decided that you guys would team up and deal with this menace, you all headed down to the Old Fishery where Gaedren was said to be hiding out. Upon arrival, you guys devised a plan where Sarah and Nadia, are bard and cleric respectively, would pose as women of the night and go in and entertain some of the henchmen, while Sin, who would pose as the bodyguard, would kind of stand watch and kind of keep an eye on the goings on around the fishery. And Reef, unfortunately, was tasked with keeping watch from the outside of the fishery, so only just now was able to get inside. And after some interesting distraction techniques and a failed attempt to knock this guy out cold by smashing a potion vial over his head, Sin had to enter the room and help deal with this guy as he tried to fight his way out of the situation. Sin was able to put him down, but eventually some of the other henchmen showed up. A gnome, little crazed man named Hookshanks, and a rather tall, hulking half-orc named Giggles, who, he gets his name from, that.
God, I hate that laugh.
Yeah. And Giggles, you guys, whether you intended to or not, you kind of took advantage of his not so sharp intellect.
Kindness.
And well, sure. And you managed to convince Giggles that this man that had been with Sarah and Nadia had done some bad things. You never got his name. His name is Yargan, by the way. And Giggles elected to take his flail and smash him in the head. So he is dead, and there's blood spray in several places throughout this room. And while Hookshanks, the gnome, is not too pleased that Giggles did this and is now wanting to kill all of you, and he is hoping that Giggles will follow suit now that it is known that you guys are not who you say you are, and you are in fact intruding. So with that, we'll start up some music, and we will pick up from where we left off in the combat, and Where we left off is near the end of this round. It is Sarah's turn.
Yeah, and Sarah was trying to de-escalate. She's like, hey, we gotta do something. You know the rule, you don't damage the merchandise. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize we were still in combat. I thought we had ended combat. At least
Well-
temporarily.
Kind of. We had
Like, I thought we were in, like, a ceasefire.
We ended the immediate threat. Guy came in feeling very, very threatened and about to attack us. So you got a few seconds to just be like,
Yeah, and I was just like, hey, let's chill out. Let's not fight. That'd be great. It's not fighting thing.
Okay. So roll diplomacy.
So, sorry, I was a little bit thrown. Okay. So Cat's gonna try flirt. Not Cat. Whoa.
Cat. Oh
wrong
no.
character.
the first slip up of the campaign. It's not going to be the last. Don't worry.
I was so good last week. Sarah's gonna be like, "Hey, look, we were sent here to give everyone a good time. He broke the rules. We were just trying to protect ourselves. If you want us to, we'll leave. No, we don't have to fight. Okay? What do you say?"
Hookshanks slams the door behind him.
Can I assist?
How would you like to assist?
Well, just kind of like piping up from the same thing I used as a line before, being like, well, that's kind of true. The boss hired them, said they could use a little fun before they were used for an actual job in like tomorrow, but you can't really break them because then they can't do the job. So he needed information, and they're the reason they're gonna get that information. And so if you guys do the things that we're not supposed to do, Lamb doesn't give a fuck about us. You know that. Take care of the problem and move on. He's got bigger problems than us. And if people don't know how to listen to the rules, they get taken care of. Why do you think I'm doing this job, ferrying everyone around? I pissed him off, and now I got a demotion. I'm lucky I still have my head. This one lost his. He broke the rules. Just trying to help.
Okay. So Sarah roll diplomacy, and Reef will aid you for a bonus. 22. Okay.
Something.
Yeah. All right. So first off, that's what Giggles thinks of the whole thing.
See, Giggles agrees. I won't actually say that.
Hookshanks is going to look at all of you, and he's going to say, I'll do you one better. I'll bring you right to the old man. We'll see what he says about this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just see like the little blank Pikachu face look on Reef's face before he just goes, yes, of course. If you want to disturb him before, sure. Yes, bother the man with frivolous shit before he has his meetings for the evening. Sure, whatever you want to do. It's your head, not mine. I'm not gonna be the one walking in there. Trying
I
to
mean,
bluff
I
and
don't.
persuade.
So I was like, I don't know this guy, but if you think that's a good idea, sure. Why not? It can't possibly hurt.
Can't go wrong.
I don't know what good it will do, since one of his men attacked me. But okay.
I'm gonna slowly shift to block the other door out. Like, not make it obvious. I'm just like shifting my body weight so this exit is completely blocked now.
Which exit?
The one that well, not the exit, the window-ish exit thing that I came in through.
Yeah, the window right here.
That I kind of broke a bit and opened up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Hookshanks looks at all of you and just says, "Right then, right this way." And he's gonna lead you guys down to where Gaedren is.
So as this is going on, Sarah is going to look for any and all exits.
So yeah,
Can I help with that?
sure. Roll perception. All right, so Sarah, you're looking for exits on where? Just in
As we're walking, Sarah is looking for any and all possible exits.
Okay, so he brings you outside along this like kind of dockway here, down onto this boat, and then down into the lower level of the boat. And he just says, "Don't mind the spiders. You guys are going to be on the right side of the map now, just FYI."
Yes, I see it. We're in a... Yo ho, pirate's
I
life
just
for
want to be
me.
looking at everyone whenever these two maniacs are looking at us, and it seems to have a very angry look, and I say no, like, I do not like this plan.
So Hookshanks.
Grab next to Giggles.
May I
You
tell
guys, you
whether
guys
or
can
not
re-
he's lying?
you guys can rearrange yourselves if you want.
Alright,
Hookshanks
I'm
is in the
going where Nadia's standing.
Hookshanks is in the front, and Giggles is leading you in from behind. That's
I have a question. I didn't realize there was muted.
sorry.
Can I just tell if he's lying about whether or not we're going to meet?
Sure. Roll sense motive. Oh, sorry, I forgot to.
Oh, you're good.
There were two.
Forgot to turn that
One,
off.
and there's a second.
18. Okay, so, you don't think he's lying. You think he's actually taking you to Gaedren.
Okay. I kind of look at everyone and kind of shrug and be like,
We'll be fine.
and then start following, like with confidence.
Hookshanks opens the door.
Would you say that 6 rounds have passed?
Yeah, I would say by now, yeah, I would say so. So,
Alright, cool. I'm clicking off fatigued.
So, yeah, bardic performance is over. unless Sarah stopped, maintaining that. Shield of Faith would also be over.
I got no plan. No plan is my plan. Reef is talking very quietly to himself.
Are you okay, buddy?
Sarah is trying her damnedest to not give away the fact that she's terrified.
So you walk in.
And she...
Sorry. So you walk in, And there's Gaedren on the other side of a giant opening in the floor that drops down a few feet to what looks like the shore of a river. The air in this large room is chilly and stinks of the river itself. There are several pilings that emerge from the waters to support the roof, which is 8 feet above the floor, with mossy ropes slung between them. In two places, there are rusty looking manacles that hang from the ropes over the water. There are 2 5-foot wide walkways that I'm actually going to take us out of initiative for this. We can roll again in a minute if needed. So 5-foot walkways here. These walkways cross the hole to the other side of the chamber, where there's a collection of old cabinets, lockboxes, and piles of clutter all strewn about. You see items such as chipped porcelain plates, a cracked goblet, some badly rusted silverware, an old wooden shield with a crossbow bolt embedded in it. There's a dinged up helmet, and there's other quote-unquote treasures littering the floor of this side of the chamber. Excuse me. Amid this mess, there are also 3 tables against the wall over here. And these tables are heaped with various amounts of clutter. In the southwest corner, there is a wooden door that provides access to an otherwise walled off section of this space. And Gaedren sits up in his chair, and he just goes, "Right, what's all this then?" And
Reef immediately speaks and points not at Giggles, but at Hookshanks, and goes, "This fucker has messed everything up, and his little fucking underling has gone and tried to destroy some of the things you own in your merchandises and your plans. And when we tried to defuse the situation, it escalated, it attacked, and all we could do was put it down. Like you do with all the dogs that don't listen to your commands. Nothing was done wrong, and this one here can't do his job, so his best decision is to come running to you and point the finger at us, with us in tow, going, see, look, I'm doing a good job, but in reality, he can't even keep your building secure, nor your merchandise safe. I'm doing my best to come across like I haven't just gone AWOL from his service for the last like 2 to 3 weeks, and that I've just been doing cleanup work for him underneath. That's my bluff.
okay, roll bluff then. Hookshanks, for his part, since he is standing next to you, you feel a pointy object begin to poke you, and he is
Uh-huh.
sticking his blade on you and poking, and
I call
Just-
it out. I tell him that that's exactly what he's doing, and I'm like, he's doing it because he knows I'm right. My pride is my downfall.
Yeah, so Gaedren, after rolling a sense motive check of his own, he looks over at Giggles and at Hookshanks, and he just says, "You two, over here." make their way over, leaving the four of you on your
See the
side
doors.
there.
Yep. I kind of like nudge everyone to just kind of, if they can, not overtly, but just all take a step down, closer to the door if possible. Just like slowly, like over the few minutes, like start shuffling a little bit farther over, a little farther over, like.
So Sarah, I am assuming, gets that signal and just starts kind of like tiptoeing toward the
Towards
door.
the door a little bit, but also like not making it obvious we're leaving.
Yep, she's just moving like a couple inches at a time.
Mhm.
Like she's making it look like
I'm
she's
gonna
rocking
follow
back and
those-
forth nervously, and
I'm
not
gonna
like
follow those two leads.
walking toward the door.
I like that. I like the way that you put that. Makes sense in my brain.
Gaedren picks up his crossbow and starts kind of idly pointing it at everybody in turn.
Sarah is still nervously rocking, but she is not moving toward the door.
And he simply says, "You never were a good liar. Even when you were working for me. Tell you what. Let's let our old friend down in the river decide." And he takes aim with his crossbow and he fires it into the hole. The crossbow bolt seemingly hits the water harmlessly. However, there is a creature that is now very riled up from this intrusion, as you see a large, I believe it's a crocodile. Excuse me. Let me just make sure I'm.
It's fucking Fred.
Oh no, it's an alligator. Gotta get that right. Yep. An alligator emerges from the water and looks very angry.
He did it.
And you then once again hear as Giggles is holding up a key.
I am scared. I do not
Should
say
be.
this in
Shout
character to
run.
know that Sarah is scared.
No, I shout run at you guys. I out of character. I would have an idea of what's coming. He deals with people in a certain way, and I'm quite aware of it. Shouting run wouldn't be unreasonable.
No, wouldn't be unreasonable.
Okay, cool. Back in character. Fucking run, and then I shove Nadia into Sin, and then I watch Sarah rocking, and I like literally just go.
As soon as Sarah hears run, she bolts.
Shit, she was the one ready to be like,
And you run headlong into a locked door. Like I said, Giggles held up a key.
Sarah's like,
okay, Reeve thought that would be a key. Okay, this is much more nefarious. I'm gonna back up right now. This is Reeve is in character. Okay. I thought that was a key to the trap doors that are underneath our feet and that we were just gonna drop into the tank. I see now that I just made you run into a locked door and I am sorry.
Get out of here alive. We're having a serious talk.
That's fair. Welcome to the Horde.
Gaedren once again turns the crossbow on all of you and says, "You all better hope you can swim." Roll initiative.
All I'm gonna say is Sarah has been tactfully silent this entire time.
Except when you bonked off the door, you
Come
probably made some type of sound.
on.
Damn, is that with my
Take
+1?
those.
That's with my +1. Oh,
Tim, before we start combat, very important question.
Yes.
On my abilities as a daemon, thanks to the thing that I rolled, is that I can levitate at will. Does at will only mean I can do it only as many times as I want, or does it mean I can do it with a free action?
At will simply means that you can do it as often as you want. As in, like, you're not limited to X number of uses per day. As far as what sort of action that takes, give me 1 second. I will verify that for you. Let's see here. Levitate is a standard action.
Damn it.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, the bad guys all rolled pretty bad.
I'm a bad guy.
So let's see here. Let me.
I mean, you did get us into this mess, so that makes sense.
5.
So, oh, somehow I'm at the top of the order again. Fantastic.
Yes, you are at the top of the
Okay.
order.
Do the thing.
Yes, do the bard things.
Also,
Yes,
Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Palin.
Oh, don't ya know?
I heard that accent and voice in my brain, and I had to say it out loud. I'm sorry, my ADD filter is gone today, everyone.
What-
I apologize.
I
So,
inspired courage, and she's. Oh, okay. So, what does that mean? Okay.
So you and you alone feel empowered in this moment by the magic imparted through Zalara's Hera reading. During this encounter, you gain a +2 to all dexterity based checks, and you get a +1 dodge bonus to your AC.
Um. Sorry, I'm just debating what to do.
Where did my phone go?
You know what? I am going to say, okay, bet, and start singing a lullaby to the alligator.
I didn't ever sing lullabies in our last campaign.
Okay.
Where are you positioning that from?
I'm assuming where I'm standing.
That's genuinely.
Well, if it's on the alligator, then it's 10 feet in all directions from the alligator. So you're good if it's directly on top of the alligator.
Yeah, because I'm like directing it to the alligator. So I'm doing it on the alligator.
I thought that read off as it did a burst from Sarah. Thank you. Okay.
It bursts your bubble, but it doesn't put the crocodile alligator to sleep. All it does is make him vulnerable to going to sleep.
It also
Look, I'm level 1. I'm working with what I have. Okay.
it also lowers its perception check, so if it's like trying to find one of you guys, it'll have a harder time doing that.
And will saves against sleep effects.
Yes, the will
like
save
that.
is 11, so it fails. So therefore, it takes the reduction to perception and to will saves against any sleep effects. So
So that's my turn.
okay, Sin, your turn.
All right, this position is not tactical, so I'm gonna say fuck this, and I activate rage with strength, and I try to break down the door.
Okay.
Sparta, motherfucker.
Bunk.
No good.
All right, then I move back here.
All right. Gaedren Lamm takes a couple seconds holding his crossbow, his hand crossbow, which is loaded, and do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch it, just goes to the whole thing. He eventually will fire it. This bolt is going to head towards Nadia.
Oh shit.
And let's see, your Shield of Faith is done, so I have to move that. And okay, so that.
Can I dodge?
No, this isn't like
Honestly,
not one of those times. I don't know where you're gonna dodge to either. You're standing in between two people.
You know what? Fair enough.
It's to be the end.
The bolt hits you and deals 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh wait, hold on. Wasn't Sin by the door because he was trying to break it down?
He moved back to his spot.
Ah, got it. Okay.
It is the alligator's turn. The alligator is going to attempt to find a target, as it is currently a little bit disoriented from the lullaby that Sarah sang to it. Its perception roll is a 5, so it does not have the mental faculties to locate and attack a target. So it just thrashes around in the water for its turn.
All right, take it back, Sarah. Good job.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta break a tie on initiative. I completely forgot about that. So let's see who goes first between. Giggles is a higher dex, so Giggles goes first. Giggles. Giggles is.
Good times we had.
That was him remembering. Giggles is going to move. Let's see here. His speed is there. It is. Giggles is going to move his speed, and he's going to simply hold his flail in hand and kind of just like gently swing it around at his side, ominously, and that'll be his turn. It is Nadia's
Giggles, I
turn.
thought we were friends.
Can I still use Shield of Faith? I don't know how cleric spells work. I'm sorry.
They work the same as every other spell, except that, no, you already cast it and you only prepped it once, so you don't get another one.
Dang. Okay. That's what I thought. I have a crossbow, right?
You have a light crossbow.
What? I want to use it and attack the owl? No. Sorry, this thing is slow.
Yes, that's true.
So the guy by letter C, is that an enemy?
That's Giggles. Yeah.
Oh. Is he an enemy?
He's
Everyone in this room other than us is an enemy.
certainly not acting like a friend right now.
I'm gonna. I guess I'll attack Giggles.
All right. Well, 20 hits Giggles. You deal 3 points of damage.
Hey. If we can knock Giggles down, we can grab the key and get out of here. Yeah, that's the plan right now.
Reef goes,
That's
run?
recommended.
Run from a fight? I guess. Well. Yes. Survival is key. Run. Run from the fight. Kill Giggles. Sorry, Giggles. I don't owe you alcohol anymore. More for me.
You mean more for you? That's my bottle.
More for Sin. And then me.
More for Sen. Fuck you.
Hookshanks moves a bit further up, and you see him sort of just like tossing his weapon, his kukri, catching it. Big grin on his face. Can't wait to stab somebody with it.
So, kind of non sequitur, but I legit thought that was Giggles because of the giant grin on his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's not Giggles. Although the larger image of Giggles, which I think I made a handout for him, that's visible. Yeah, you can see he's got a nice grin on his face as well. But it's now Reef's turn.
I physically muted myself because I can't stop myself from talking over everyone else. Reef, looking at everything else, is just gonna fly over to Hookshanks and drag him into the water. Just body him and pull him, go right over him, grab him with all my feet, my leg, my arms, and just boom, right into the water.
Okay,
That's,
so
that's my plan.
this is going to be.
I'm gonna run over to him as far as I can to like here, and then jump, fly, grab. Surprise! You thought I was gonna hit you with the glaive. Not today. Literally is what he says as he's literally just leap, fly, jump, body slamming into him into the water, and hopefully not landing in the water with him.
So let's see here.
Kind of like try to like.
We can call this. We can call this a bull rush combat maneuver, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't sure if it was like a grapple or a rush or a knock. I didn't. So yes.
Yeah, because a bull rush is kind of like you're moving through and also trying to like reposition the enemy. So yeah,
I'm bull rushing him into the water.
Okay,
That's my
so
plan.
yep, go ahead and roll combat maneuver CMB. 9 is unsuccessful.
No.
So you essentially stop at the space before him and are now engaged in melee.
Do I have any ability left in my turn?
It was your movement to get over there and your standard to attempt the bull rush. So,
Yeah, okay. The standard was a bull rush, so no.
no. But you know, now you can swing on him.
I am flying though.
You are flying, so technically you could be considered to be like okay with your reach weapon because you're flying.
Yeah,
and he
that
isn't.
was my only thought.
He is a gnome,
Oh.
so he may have a hard time leaping up and hitting you.
Yeah, so after that failed, I'm gonna reach out and pull out my glaive, if possible, and then end my turn.
Yeah, I would say you could draw your glaive. That's fair. All right. Top of the round.
All right, so Sarah is still concentrating on her lullaby. She's kind of still singing, and while she's singing, she's gonna walk over, like, in between Sin and Nadia,
Mhm.
and she's going to, like, she's gonna cast resistance.
No, you're not.
So she's casting it while singing, if that makes sense. So
No,
she's
I'm
keeping the
saying
lullaby going.
I'm saying the
What?
armor failure.
Ah, fudge.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, I was still describing it, and I didn't look at the result.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
So Sarah's quietly singing her lullaby, tries to cast resistance, and it just like sings, "Oh no, that sucks," and
Yeah.
like keeps going.
Yeah, she just goes into
Yeah,
the one TikTok like, oh no, oh no, 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 no,
Um,
while maintaining
so,
the lullaby, of course.
yes, I end my turn.
All right, it is Sin's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up and try to break down the door again.
Okay,
It's probably my last chance.
strength
Make
roll.
it count. Eh?
11. No, not enough.
Fair enough. Alright, I move back to right here.
Yeah,
And I
you're
deactivate rage.
okay. Okay, so that is what the hell? Come on, roll 20. Roll 20, please. Okay, wait, I gotta refresh roll 20 because it is not letting me scroll through the condition markers.
If you're trying to put fatigue on me because I ended rage, I already did it.
That must be why it wasn't letting me do anything because you were messing with it too. Well, at least we know it works. Okay. Gaedren Lamm is going to, first of all, he's going to I gotta check something fast. Does he not have? Okay. Okay, that's how that works. All right, so Gaedren is going to spend his move action to reload his crossbow, and this time he's going to point it at Reef,
Because you love those.
and he's gonna say, "Flying ain't fair." He's gonna fire it at Reef, who is engaged in melee, so he takes a penalty.
No.
But that does not matter as it hits anyway. With an 18, dealing.
Is this considered a siege weapon?
No, it's a hand crossbow.
Okay, it's worth a shot. I get a +2 on dodge bonuses on those. Come on.
But yeah, he deals 4 points of piercing damage with it.
Okay. I'll take that.
It
Oh,
is
you took it out.
the alligator's turn. The alligator will once again attempt to locate a target. Using the sound of singing as a reference, it is going to approach the platform that three of you are standing on, and is going to attempt to bite Sarah in the ankle.
Sarah continues desperately trying to sing him to sleep.
And also attempt to initiate a grab. It rolls an 18, and it deals 11 points of damage, which actually knocks Sarah out.
Shit.
But at least there's a healer standing right next to her.
Go ahead, Daddy. Yep. Yeah, definitely.
This also means that the lullaby stops.
Yes.
Channel energy spells?
I was not prepared to make a new character this early.
I don't think any of us were.
I mean, I'm not dead yet.
Slow down. Slow down.
I mean, yeah, you've channel energy. You can think of 3 uses per day or something like that. Yeah, so that could be a thing.
You can heal with that.
You can heal with that, yes. The alligator is going to initiate a grapple.
Hey now.
It gets that.
Not fair. Stay away.
It gets that for free on its attack. It's a 20.
This is what dream.
It's a 28. So all that means is that it just has a hold of Sarah. It hasn't done anything yet. It hasn't dragged her into the water. Hasn't eaten her. Hasn't done anything like that. It just has a hold.
Lovely.
Giggles clearly is loving all of this. He's just gonna go stand by the door.
Okay.
Because he noticed that Sin was trying to bust through it and get out. It's Nadia's turn.
I guess I'm gonna cast Mending on Sarah.
That's not a healing spell. Mending is for objects.
The channel energy is what you meant.
Oh.
You.
Yeah.
Sorry, I literally just sent her a message about it on a DM, so I think your brain just read.
I mean, technically, she's not alive right now.
I'm not dead. Hold on, I'm not dead yet. I'm just knocked out.
Can we mend corpses?
I'm not a corpse yet.
I know, but that made a very interesting point to the DM, and I liked it.
I mean, a corpse is technically an object, but I still don't think that's how that spell works.
Fair. Okay, continue.
I'm not dead yet.
He said that.
Don't worry, if you ever lose an arm, we can just kill you, then mend your arm back, then we'll get a revival spell. Don't worry about it.
I should have channel energy spells. I should have 3 right now, right?
Yes, that's what we were saying. You start with 3 channel energies.
It says I have 0, but
That should say 3, so I don't know why it says 0, but you do have 3.
Heals, I think. 7.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna heal everybody within 30 feet of you. Oh no, sorry, 3 points. I read the wrong line. Well, 3 is still better than 0.
I read the wrong line. Also.
Well, 3 is better than nothing.
3 keeps Sarah alive.
Yeah, Sarah's awake.
And
Sarah
she
wakes
sees the
out,
alligator
sees she's in
gripping
the
her leg.
alligator, and passes out again. No, I'm kidding.
Sarah, personally, I wouldn't let him grab me, but that's just me personally.
Good to know.
Great advice.
I don't. That's the end of my turn.
I'll tell
I
you what,
suppose.
next time you could try to sing the damn thing to sleep, and I'll just sit here and attack a door. Sound good?
Channel energy
Oh, I'm
is
sorry.
like
I thought the plan was to run. We can't run with door in the way.
it's an extra move thing.
What?
Channel energy is like an extra move thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a class feature.
Like,
Right, so
like
The standard action. So you have your movement and if you have any free actions, but
I cast guidance on Sin.
Guidance is a standard.
Huh?
Guidance is a
the
standard action.
You use your standard
I know.
action to like make sure I don't
Oh.
die.
Oh. Okay then, never mind.
Okay.
Then yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Hookshanks is going to be angered by the fact that he is now dealing with a flying enemy and he is so small. He is going to attempt to leap up and try to slash at Reef's feet with his kukri, and he rolls a 7 and he misses.
Let's
No,
go.
he just.
Let's
If it wasn't for the fact that I'm facing an alligator trying to keep a teammate alive, I'd be laughing at the enemy.
Yeah, I feel that.
It is now Reef's turn.
All right. Reef screams at the gator and says, "She's not yours. She's part of my horde. Leave her the fuck alone." And then again, this time impales Hookshanks, or attempts to, with the glaive and shoves him into the water like bait. Be like, have this instead.
Okay.
Bonk.
10 misses.
No bonk. I meant to rage first. Oh well. I rage now, and fittingly, and end my turn.
Okay. It is Sarah's turn.
Okay. What do I have to do to get out of the grapple again?
Okay, so let me open up my flow chart that I still have.
2, so 6.
So you can your options are you can try to escape, you can try to take control of the grapple, or you can attempt any other action that does not require 2 hands.
Okay, great. Well, I know an action that requires 1 hand, and that's stabbing him with a dagger. So Sarah's gonna stab the alligator with a dagger.
Okay. So that 10 becomes an 8 because you're grappled. The dagger just bounces off of the hide of the alligator.
Rude. Is there anything else I could do on my turn other than like sit here with my leg in a mouth of alligator and hope I don't lose it?
You cannot move, although if you have something that takes a move action, then you can do that, but otherwise
I do not. So I try stabbing him with a dagger. It just bounces off. So, just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Sarah kind of be surprised if the dagger doesn't work and continue to like fruitlessly try to stab him with the dagger.
Mhm. Okay.
And I end my turn.
All right. Sounds good. Sin's turn.
All right, Tim. Question:
Mm-hmm.
If I stab the alligator hard enough, would it let go?
You don't know, but I suppose it's possible.
Decisions. I'm gonna try to take the safe route and try to pry the crocodile's mouth wide enough for Sarah to take her leg out.
Okay. So this would kind of be you initiating a grapple of your own. So go ahead and roll combat maneuver.
+0, baby.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I like the idea. I do like the idea.
I figured that stabbing it would be too big of a risk because I'm not sure it would even work. Versus if it did work, it would work 100%. But Ice Scouts aren't very friendly tonight.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they be like that. All right. Gaedren is going to once again try to assist Hookshanks by firing his hand crossbow towards cons +6. I forget why it's +6, but it's +6. I forget if it's like one of your class features or.
I believe you. I do too, and I was just digging through it, so I whispered you, thinking that would be answered a little later, not right away in the middle of you doing dialogue. So I'm sorry.
It's all good. He's gonna fire his hand crossbow at you again. This time the bolt is going to sail wide as he rolls an 11. And he is then going to watch as the alligator, who is still very much in a sort of blind frenzy from Gaedren shooting it. First thing it's going to do is it has to make a swim check to sort of continue basically reaching this far out of the water to attack anybody in the first place. 21, so it does in fact manage it this time. Let's see if it continues to target Sarah. It lets go of Sarah.
Oh shit.
He's going to target Giggles.
Hey!
Let's go.
I'm free. I promise I promise Sarah is excited. I'm just sick.
It bites Giggles in the leg for 11 points of damage. Grapple check is a 15, which does not grab Giggles. Giggles just goes, stupid gator, and swings at the gator.
One shot.
He hits the gator. Doesn't one-shot it, but he deals 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Giggles does not like being attacked, evidently. All right, it's Nadia's turn.
Going to cast Guidance on Sin.
Cool. +1 for those juicy attack roll.
All right, so
Eh.
one roll within the next minute gets a +1.
Yep.
Sin gets to choose which roll that is.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't know they get to choose.
Yep.
I just assumed it would be what was applicable and what the scenario was. That's cool. I
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
He just has to say when he's going to use it before he makes the roll. That's the only condition.
Fair.
My turn. Woo!
Hookshanks is going to continue to try and leap up and, cut Reef's ankles, thinking that it's extremely rude that there is a flying creature that he has to deal with.
Wow.
This time he does manage to slice one of Reef's feet for 2 points of slashing damage. And it's now Reef's turn.
Move to the other side of him, Reef. Trust me.
All right. Well, this time I'm actually raging.
Yes.
So he is going to get very, very, very angry about this.
Okay.
And just shove the glaive into the guy, but like literally just body him with his body, just holding the glaive off to the side and put them both straight down into the water.
Okay.
We are going down, he shouts before doing so, and then just impales him and just all of us.
I want to believe because this sounds so cool.
I believe together. I don't know if you want to consider this a charge, since I'm charging just straight downward into him.
I would say that you're
I don't know how that
already
works.
you're pretty much already within range to reach him with your weapon, so wouldn't unless you wanted to
Yes.
like back up and then charge, 5-foot step back and then I don't know.
That's well, yeah. I'm flying above him, so my thought was just like, hook.
Okay,
Up.
so yeah, just kind of dive bomb. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm literally just yes.
You're dive bombing and trying to like run him through. Got it.
And
So-
then also use my physical body just to plummet us into the water together. Like I don't even care that I'm going in. I am now furious that I have failed so many times that I am succeeding one way or another.
Okay. Becomes a 13, and that also does not hit. So unfortunately, you try to swoop in, and he uses his own weapon to kind of deflect your attack, causing you to stop and resume sort of hovering over him.
You can charge and bull rush at the same time.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't know that. I thought it was one or the other.
Well,
A charging character gets a +2 bonus made to bull rush an opponent.
yes.
I just learned that. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's kind of news to me too. But it does make sense. Like,
You can make a bull rush as a standard action as part of a charge in place of the melee attack.
right. Okay.
So that's a literal definition of what I was trying to do.
All right. So then,
It gets another +2.
So then don't roll the attack, then roll the combat maneuver instead.
That okay.
And we'll resolve it that way. Yeah, instead of doing damage, you're trying to put him in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just using the literally using the glaive and holding it off to the side, meaning like he can't go away and run in that direction.
All right.
Like that's why I was like
So-
specifically described it was off to the side.
I get it now. So, all right, that's a 20 and that's successful.
Cool. Well, and he gets spike damage anyway, even if I don't try to, because I'm Spiky Boy and I forgot that. So, haha.
Yeah, I'll allow this one, even though
No, I don't. Like, I genuinely don't know. Does that like because the spikes don't disappear, even if I'm not trying to hurt him. I've literally just wrapped myself around him.
Yeah, typically it's just for a grapple, but I would say that based on the actions that you're doing, like to get him into the water, like yeah, the spiked armor would have an effect here.
Okay, cool. I'm learning. I am not trying to metagame, so
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just trying to think, logically and, sensibly about this. Like, would the spiked armor matter here? And I think it would.
I think so. I'm literally just being like, "Wow, tiny man, let's go."
Yeah, no, I think
Goodbye.
I think that would matter here. So, yeah, your spiked armor deals 6 points of piercing damage as the two of you go into the drink.
And my turn.
All right, it's now Sarah's turn.
Oh, sorry. So Sarah is. Oh crap! I had a whole plan. I don't remember what it was.
Oh no.
Isn't brain fog fun?
Yes, it is a great time.
Sorry. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. So I can do quart. So if I do quart of shards, kind of like in between the alligator and Giggles, would it hit both of them?
It's like a cone, right? Yeah, it would.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, you're not.
Don't tell
God
me
damn
that.
it.
Don't tell me the armor failed again. Oh my! You rolled a 1 on a D100. Oh no!
So Sarah apparently also has a cold and tries to do that and just like sputters. So she also has a cold. She tries to do quarter shards and her voice gets stuck, and instead you get whatever the hell I'm doing right now.
Yeah, whether it's a sickness or perhaps the nerves of being in a real fight getting to you. Yeah, it's not. It's just not happening for you right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm taking a 5-foot step to be out of the alligator's range, which feels good. And then
You can assume that anything that's adjacent to the water is a square that the alligator can reach. But again, it appears right now to be attacking randomly. So, as well as now with two people now in the water. So,
True, but I'm assuming it has 10-foot reach because of its size. So I want to move
Correct.
15 feet away from it. So I'm moving my foot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my
so
point.
I don't get.
Yes, I understand what you're doing. My point is that like you're still banking on his kind of random targeting not landing on you. But yeah, I understand the logic. You're making a good move in that sense.
Just want to be out of his immediate range.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes
I'm
sense.
shooting my longbow at Lamb because I don't like his face.
That's fair. I don't like his face either. And I'm controlling him.
Eat shit and die.
Oh, that hits.
Yes.
We like that. 8 points of piercing damage.
What about that?
Right in the nose.
Oof. Well, his
Kill me when you had a chance, pussy lips.
his nose had already looked a little like it had been broken once or twice before. Now, man, now it's not looking good.
A good thing I didn't use guidance, by the way.
What do you mean? Why is that good?
Because I would have hit without it. So now on my next turn, I can use it. So that way I can hit.
Doesn't 1 turn equal a minute?
No, 1 turn is 6
1
seconds.
minute, 6 minutes.
Oh.
1 minute is 6 minutes. That should be
Time.
I am still tired. Do not question my logic.
that should be the what appears next week in the sponsored box. Which, by the way, tonight's episode is sponsored by Blackberry's Bakery.
So good that 1 minute feels like 6.
Please visit our new location in Sandpoint. All right, so definitely a productive turn there from Sin. So much so that Gaedren is going to reload his hand crossbow, and since he can no longer target Reef, he's going to target you, and he's going to say, "That was a mistake." He rolls a 17, which is exactly what he needed. Not as powerful of a shot as yours is, given his much smaller equipment. His only deals 3 points of piercing damage to you.
Also, we just confirmed that thanks to his smaller equipment, my dick size is bigger than his, which makes Sin feel good about life.
I mean, given how old he is, I feel like that was a given, but
He tortured. He got on my bad side for years. I'll take anything I can get over him. All right, Alligator, please, for the love of God, continue to keep attacking Giggles.
Let's see who he targets this time. He is actually going to continue targeting Giggles.
Yay. I'm like, in retrospect, I should have moved.
First he has to make a swim check. Okay, swim check succeeds. He is going to try to bite Giggles again. Oh. Natural 20. Crit roll is not successful.
Are you shitting me?
It was a 14. He deals 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, no, that's a good thing. Okay.
To Giggles.
Cool.
Giggles, you see, you look at as Giggles kind of absorbs the bite, and his eyes kind of, well, the one eye you can see, he has an eye patch. The one eye you can see kind of rolls back a little bit. And then he sort of regains his senses, activating his orc ferocity. Which allows him to stay conscious for one more round before going out. And but first we have to resolve. Okay, the alligator's grapple check is a 30. So Giggles is grappled.
Yeah.
Giggles, for his part, is going to make a defiant swing at the alligator. As he,
to the very end.
Yeah, exactly, laughing to the very end and saying that he never liked the alligator anyway. Giggles hits the alligator, but does not deal enough damage to kill it. Although the alligator is now badly injured. And with that, it is Nadia's turn.
I'm going to move this way.
All right.
Down. Can my glaive reach that?
Yeah, it can. You can reach the alligator, if that's what you want to do.
That is what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke the alligator. I'm gonna poke the alligator with my glaive.
And you do. 17
Stabby
hits.
stab.
As you deal 11 points of slashing damage to the gator. The gator lets go of Giggles and kind of just sinks into the water. The spot around where the gator is, the water starts to turn kind of red as the gator is basically just bleeding out. You seem to have, at the very least, disabled the gator, if not killed it. So, nice job.
That's my turn.
Let's go.
All right, so Hookshanks and Reef in the water. You're like pretty much right at the shoreline, so it's not like you guys are gonna be like fighting underwater or like in danger of drowning or whatever. Both kind of like stand up to face one another at the same time, and obviously the water is higher up on Hookshanks than it is on you, Reef. It's like, I would say it's like almost his waist. So he's not going to be like as like agile in here as you might be. At the same time though, he is just incensed at his situation and is going to first he looks to the left and he sees Nadia slash the gator, and he's almost pleased by this, as if it's like, one less thing to worry about. And instead he's just going to kind of slash at Reef's legs with his blade, and he rolls a 12, which does not hit. And he elects not to move, and it is now Reef's turn.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
I know you can. So Reef is in the water, looking down at Hookshanks, holding his breath, and is decidedly still quite angry, and is just gonna literally aggressively hit him over the head with the glaive, like as hard as he possibly can underneath the water.
Okay, so that's
So like I'm swimming away, just going.
yeah. Like I said, you're like almost on the shoreline in terms of like you can walk. Like the water is like barely at your knees. So
Okay, cool.
you could just
So
take like a
then-
5-foot step away from him and then be able to hit him with a reach weapon.
Oh, then instead I'm gonna shove him away from me and then stab him so I can possibly drown him.
So
I am raging.
Okay, so all right, so you wanna shove him. We'll say okay, so we'll say just roll a combat maneuver to kind of like shove him away. Just for flavor purposes, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so yeah, you manage to sort of like push him with your foot a bit, and the act kind of gives you a little bit of extension as well, and that's roughly 10 feet of distance, so you're good to attack him from there.
Yes. So I have bonked him. I appreciate you putting the turn counters on us for the people who have things that are turn based.
Yeah, I mean the ones are your hero points, but yeah, I had done that last session, and all those things ran out in the walk down here, so that's why they're not visible now.
No, I know. I was just remembering back on that.
Yeah,
And-
well, I appreciate it that you notice, and I try my best to stay on top of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I end my turn because I've done all the things I can. I'm trying to hold him underwater so he drowns.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were like pushing him away and then attacking him like with your
Well,
weapon.
no, I am. Like my point was that I kicked him so he would fall down into the water, and then I stabbed him with the glaive and held him under the water. So like Sparta kick, with the shuffle back, and then because it's a reach weapon, impale him downward so he can't get up.
Right, yeah,
We are a
roll
very violent
your
bunch.
attack to hit him.
Oh, I looked and thought I did because Nadia has a glaive, and I read glaive, and my brain was like, I did that then. Okay.
No, you have the glaive
Glaive.
disarm. Oh no. Well,
Oh no.
he's down on the ground at least. We'll say he's prone because we'll kind of rule that was like a trip check, and then so yeah, he's prone, but you failed to stab him.
Reef is so angry. He just lets out this guttural roar and just is, even at this point, not seeing much around anywhere else. Like, he's got tunnel vision. And I am my turn.
All right, top of the round.
Sarah's
Top of
gonna
the
walk.
morning.
Oop. Sorry, I still have my. There we go. All right, so Sarah's going to walk to Giggles, take the key, and open the door.
He's still alive, you know.
Yes, but he's unconscious. What's he gonna
No,
do?
he's not.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
Whoops, I thought he was unconscious. I take that back.
He has
Hold up.
He has orc ferocity, which means he gets to fight for essentially one more round before he goes out.
Oh, okay. In that case, Sarah's going to walk up and stab him with a dagger.
Okay.
No, Giggles!
He is currently being grappled by the alligator, so he does take a penalty to his AC because he takes a penalty to dexterity. So 15 is what you needed. So you stab him in the side. He begins to bleed profusely. And let me just check on when this happens. When he goes out. Okay, so he goes out at the end of his next turn. But yeah, you're currently in his face, and
So Sarah's gonna walk up, stab him, and then kind of just like back away and watch him die.
okay.
And I end my turn.
All right, Sin, you're up.
I shout at Lamb, there can only be one! With guidance!
Okay, guidance on your attack roll.
I swear to God I said guidance before I saw the roll.
No, I believe you. 12 doesn't hit.
Fair enough.
And Gaedren on his turn is just gonna say, "Smartest thing you ever said." And he shoots his hand crossbow back at you, and that is a critical. He rolled shitty on the damage though. It only does 4.
Oh, thank God. Attic!
What? My name's Nadia, by the way.
I know, but I'm shouting medic because I'm nearly dead, so medic.
And I said, what?
Ow!
Save
Cry
him!
me! Cry me out, River!
Giggles is
Oh, I'm gonna fucking...
still laughing. But is definitely a bit disoriented by the blood loss, and he is going to swing his flail wildly. Hitting nothing because he's not in range. And then he goes down. It is Nadia's turn.
I'm going to use a second charge of channel energy.
Okay.
Woo! As soon as my computer stops being slow. Oh, I can't wait to add more spells to this thing so it can be even more slower. So I have one left after this.
Yep. Okay, this time the numbers are basically reversed from the
Swapped.
last one. Yeah, so
Wait, Sin is in range, right?
he's right next to you.
Oh.
You can heal many
Forget
friends
I
at
said
once.
anything.
7 points of healing for all your friends and yourself.
Yay.
Hookshanks.
Sound dead. Are you okay?
Me? Oh, like IRL, I'm like dying, but like.
Oh. Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine. I have like a really bad cold and it's just, yeah.
Hookshanks is
Anyway.
going to attempt to stand up. This provokes an attack of opportunity from Reef. Reef?
It's my turn, you said.
No, not yet. But Hookshanks is standing up, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Well, okay, so I was processing what I could do for that. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No. I'm still. I don't even know if there's much I can do besides. Well,
stabbing.
actually, with one of these. I don't know if I had to do the blowgun first, or if I did the sting. I'm shooting him with a sting chuck, but I didn't know if I had to do it through the blowgun.
No. A stink chuck wouldn't
They're
fit.
both a 12.
A stink chuck
so
wouldn't fit in a blowgun. It's like the size of a shrunken head. You throw it.
So then, yeah, I'm absolutely not using the blowgun, and they're both 12 either way. So sting chuck is what I was trying to do. I thought I had to go to use it, which is why I bought the blowgun.
All right. So the
Reef is
actual
not a clever man.
the actual impact of the sting chuck does not hit Hookshanks. He does take 1 point of damage from the splash as it blows up. And he has to make a fort save against becoming nauseated by the foul nonsense that comes out of the sting chuck. It's a 5, so he's nauseated.
Ah, mother. Drown. I now only have one of those.
All right.
I'm at a light load! Wow!
Love to see
Fuck
it.
your light load.
Amazing. All right, so let's see. Nauseated. What does that do? You can only use a move action on his turn, which he already did to get up. So he does not get to do anything else. And now it's your turn.
Nauseated. So he's nauseated.
Yep.
I have 3 more rounds of rage left after this one. Oh yeah, raging vitality, extra 2 con. There it is. Haha, and I can still rage while I'm unconscious. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna just angrily bonk.
Um,
17 damage. Fucking oof.
Just wildly stabbing at the nauseated man.
Fair.
14 is not a hit, unfortunately.
Oh fuck!
Got mad AC.
Okay, I have my turn.
All right. Sarah, there's an unconscious Giggles next to you.
Yeah, so now I'm going to walk over to Giggles, grab the key, and open the door.
Okay. You do exactly that.
And I'm gonna walk out the door and yell at everybody, "Let's go!"
We're winning, jackass.
My turn.
Sin.
I'm gonna shoot at Lamb.
Okay.
Die.
13. Not quite enough. No.
Fair enough. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, you watch as just before you try to shoot him. He kind of yells towards Sarah like, "Where do you think you're going?" But she's already out the door.
Like, bitch, I'm out. Bye.
He's gonna recognize that Nadia is keeping everybody on their feet, and he's gonna turn the crossbow on her this time. He rolls a 19, but
Ah, shit.
the bolt just kind of like grazes you in the side, and you only take 1 point of damage.
What? Okay.
Wasn't a very good shot.
Does not.
Giggles. There's no laughing this time because he's unconscious. Fails to stabilize. Loses another hit point from blood loss. Yeah, he rolled a 5, so he does not stabilize. And it's now Nadia's turn.
Who took a shot at me?
Lamb.
Gaedren Lamm.
I'm gonna use my crossbow and shoot at Gaedren Lamm yeah.
Okay. You aim your light
Payback.
crossbow and you fire, and you do not hit.
Ah.
With a 6, you rolled max damage too. That'd have been really good.
Hey, you're not a good shot. You know that?
Shut up! Like you're any better.
She tried. Okay.
Hookshanks can only move thanks to his nausea. He is going to attempt to leap up and like grab the side of the platform and then climb back up on top of it. So acrobatics check for that. That's an 8. He does not do it.
Let him like grab the top and slowly slip off.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the upper body strength through the sickness to like pull himself up. All right.
I might say that he is not down with the sickness.
No, he is not. It is now Reef's turn. That's a hit. That's 100% a hit. 9 points of slashing damage as you make Hookshanks pay for trying to escape you. Nicely done. All right.
Is there a way to pin him in the water? Is that a thing? I know grappling you can pin, but it's not a grapple. It's literally like.
Now I would say you'd have to. Well, actually, you know what? Just give me a roll. Give me a roll for it. We'll see. We'll do a combat maneuver roll for this. 10, not enough. Okay. Top of the round, Sarah. You've slipped out the door.
So Sarah came out the door, doesn't see anybody following her. So she's gonna come back in and take a look. How's Lamb doing?
He's only taken the one shot so far, so I mean, his face looks jacked up because that's where he was shot with the longbow. But
Sweet. So Sarah's gonna come in the door, attack him with his short bow, and then immediately exit the door again.
okay. Your arrow connects, dealing 4 points of piercing damage. Hits him in the shoulder.
And then I run out the door again so that he can't attack me.
All right.
I don't
Send
know
your
you, but I personally like shooting him in the face, so I'm gonna try to shoot him in the face again.
okay.
I'm not gonna shoot him in the face.
Damn.
And the guys
No.
are not nice to me.
No, you did get the one hit, but
They're not nice to most of us tonight.
level 1. Level 1.
We
I don't
got
think a level
this.
1 of these characters is gonna hit with a +3 to hit. I end my turn.
Gaedren Lamm is once again going to reload his crossbow with a move action, and he is going to fire at Nadia, trying to eliminate the healer. Natural 1.
He's
About time something
not
bad
very
happened to him.
adept.
Giggles manages to stabilize, rolls an 18. So he does not lose any more health from bleeding out, but he remains unconscious. It is Nadia's turn.
I'm gonna try and use another crossbow hit on him.
Let me check real quick to see what it is to reload a light crossbow. It's a move action, so yeah, you're good.
Have attack. How many ammo have we used today? 4?
How many what?
She
Yeah.
only shot once so far.
I thought I shot like 2 other times though.
A regular light crossbow doesn't have like a clip. Like you have to reload every shot, and you can fire as many times as you have bolts.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of the bolts.
I appreciate that. So yeah, that's your second shot, I believe.
I shot at the alligator, I think. Didn't I?
I
No,
don't
no,
think
I
so,
shot at
'cause you were
Giggles.
right next to it.
No, I shot at Giggles, and then this guy two times, so that's like 3.
Well, I'm scrolling up. I don't see you shooting anything except for that one turn at Lamb.
Yeah, I
No,
only
you did
see
once.
I only see 2 shots used, including the one
You're
you
smart.
just made. Oh no, 3. There's 3. So this is
Aha,
it's
I
your third
knew it.
it's your third shot. That one hits for 7 points of damage. And Gaedren, not looking so good now. Hookshanks is going to once again try to get away from Reef by getting back up on the platform. Okay, 11. So this time Hookshanks is able to hold on and at least attempt to climb up. But he ultimately fails as he rolls a 7 on the climb check. It is Reef's turn. Reef, this is your last turn of Blood Rage.
Okay. It's my last turn to Blood Rage, so gotta make it count.
I agree. Let's make it count.
At
I
20, 30 damage.
Okay. So I have movement. I'm standing in the water, you said, correct?
Yes, you're standing in the water. It's, it's only up to like your knees, maybe.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do instead is fly over to Lamb. And do a full round, like a full attack.
Well, yeah, it would just be one attack, because...
Not to Lamb. I meant, like, to Hookshanks. I don't know why I said Lamb.
Okay.
I'm using a full attack against Hookshanks.
All right. So you fly up, you swing on Hookshanks.
The only movement I can take is a 5-foot step, so I'm not even flying. I'm in the water. I'm just taking a 5-foot step.
Yeah, I mean, you're already about 10 feet away from him, so you wouldn't need to move closer.
Okay, cool. So then I don't need you to do that. Then yeah.
Yeah, you could just swing. Swing that glaive. 12 misses, unfortunately. Hookshanks is like trying to laugh at you, but also like coughing a lot because of the nausea, and
He's not having a good time.
he's not having a good time. He's enjoying that you're not having a good time, but he's also not having a good time.
Yes.
All right. Top of the round, Sarah.
So Sarah's gonna hop back in. And you know what? She's actually going. Wait, my movement is 30?
Let's see.
No, my
that
movement is
right?
20. So I'm gonna use all my movement.
Okay, so that was 5, 10, 15. You're on top of the sea.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay.
Or wait, hold on. If I'm using my whole action move, I could do 60, right?
80, yeah, it's 4 times.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna go right up to Lamb, and I'm probably gonna regret this.
Okay.
So I am just gonna casually stroll. We're not casually stroll. I'm gonna go. Huh. Looks like you are really bad at business. And then my turn.
Longbow. But yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the nose. Again. Come on, that's gotta kill him.
Yeah, so your arrow, your aim is true, and your arrow goes right through his head.
Yeah. That's for everything, you bastard.
And he kind of like
Oh, life is
staggers,
good.
kind of just staggers back into the table in the middle, and then falls over on his face.
Oh, that felt amazing. Nadia, please, can you move to my left, please? There's something I need to do.
Me?
Alright.
No, Sarah. Are you named Nadia?
I didn't hear the
No.
name.
I didn't hear the
Nadia,
name either. What the
Just move
fuck?
right. Just move right there for me. That's all I ask.
I don't. Oh, the ping. I see the ping.
That's literally all I need you to do.
Sarah's gonna see him.
On your turn, you bastard.
It's
Sarah
fine.
sees him
It's
starts to do things, and she goes, "No, he's mine."
it's effectively your turn after. It's effectively Nadia's turn after your turn, Sin, anyway, because Giggles is stabilized and can't do anything else now.
Also, question: do I see the alligator? Like, what's it doing?
You haven't seen the alligator.
I make a perception check to see where the alligator went.
The alligator said, "Fuck this, I'm out."
You can look at the water and see that some of it is red, and continuing to be red even though it's a river and it's flowing. So the alligator is either dead or very slowly running away.
Okay, that's all. That's good to know. All right, end my turn. And also, I'm now no longer fatigued. Let's go.
Hooray! Oh yeah. So Nadia, what do you want to do, if anything?
Nadia.
There's one more short man left that you can murder if you want.
Yes. I think I'll leave that to you guys. Have fun.
What are you gonna do?
Run.
I don't-
Run.
Right? That's what I hear in my head.
While Nadia is deciding what to do, there is a tiny bit of life left in the old man, and he's going to reach up towards Sarah and just be like, "Who sent you?"
Wouldn't
Candace.
you like to know? And Sarah's going to kneel down. Can I like just? Can I coup de grace him? Or can I make the final blow? I realize that we're still in initiative, but
No.
let's be real.
I find
Do
a
it.
blow.
I mean, yeah. When it gets to your turn, yeah. If you want to do that, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have to wait for my turn.
Yeah, in this, just because there's still like an enemy alive. Otherwise,
Oh, got it. Sorry, I thought I was dead. Sarah's gonna be like, so says, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
and all he does is just like weakly kind of nods at you, like, "Yes, I would like to know."
My turn. Or it's not my turn, but yeah.
So Nadia, you're just not doing anything.
I guess not. I'm just.
All right.
Nadia's
I'm
Prove
vibing.
that someone is still attacking Reef, dickhead.
Yeah, Nadia's just vibing. She's like,
Yeah,
I know
I'm
what's
just
up.
vibing.
I'm just adding this.
will
I'm
keep-
gonna add this to the list.
Hookshanks is going to make one more attempt to climb back up, and it's a 9. So that's not going to do it. At the end of his turn, he is no longer feeling sick. Reef's turn. You are no longer under the effects of blood rage. Which means that you are fatigued, I believe.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still laughing at his response of, "Yes, I would like to know. That's why I asked."
Let's see here. So you're fatigued for double the amount of rounds that you spent raging, so it's 12.
Are you sure that's the case? Because she's unchained and I'm chained, and our rages work different. That's how my rages work.
Blood rage, there's no unchained for blood rager. It's just the rules are what they are. So
Oh, it's fucking wild.
Blood Rager can end their Blood Rage as a free action. When it ends, they're fatigued for a number of rounds equal to twice the number of rounds spent in the Blood Rage.
Fair. I just thought that, they changed rage for Barbarian. I thought they would change rage for Blood Rager.
Nah, I think they either did that after Blood Rager came out, or they just decided not to change it for Blood Rager just because like they also get sorcerer powers, so they figure like balance. But yeah, that's what it is.
Sure, balance.
So,
All right, Reef, go murder the short man.
So fatigued means that you cannot run or charge, and you take a -2 to your strength and dex. So what would you like to do, Reef?
I am fatigued as fuck, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do, to be honest.
Still hit him.
So yeah, you can still attack. It's just you have a penalty to your strength right now.
Do I have penalty to my movement? I was trying to figure that out.
You can't charge, and you can't take like a full run action.
Okay.
But anything else related to movement is uninhibited.
I then am just gonna... Okay. Is he on the ground?
He's
Still?
he's standing on the ground or in the water.
Yeah, that's okay. He's standing on the ground. Okay.
Yes.
That's more. I thank you for understanding what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he failed to climb out of the water.
Then I'm just gonna literally swing my glaive at him to knock him back down into the water out of spite.
Okay, sure. So you swing your weapon.
If you're trying to trip him, then you should do combat maneuver instead of trying to attack him.
Oh
saying.
no, I'm role playing. He's fatigued. So as far as I was role playing. It was more of like he's very angry at his repeated failure, so he's just been repeatedly swinging the glaive, like, ah, ah,
Like die, damn
ah.
you.
Yeah, and then just like slowly getting exhausted and fatigued and run out. Like logically, that would have been the smart move, but right now Reef is just angry that the stabby stab didn't work.
14
Oh,
miss.
no, I'm just saying I thought you said trip, that's all.
Oh no! I'm not trying to trip him at this point. I'm just trying to stab him. Like literally, like I'm not
And as we
impaling
all
at him.
know,
I'm
14
like
hits.
whacking at him with it from the side, just swinging like a baseball bat.
14
Just happens to have a blade at the end.
14 does not hit.
Well, that's
Oh,
fine.
fuck.
And Hookshanks kind of looks at you, and he's just like, he's kind of like huffing and puffing too from like getting over feeling sick and trying to climb out and repeatedly failing on his own right, and he's just like, you're getting tired too.
I hate you, you tiny little fucking gnome. Yes, I'm tired. Why are you so slippery? And then I have my turn.
On Sarah's turn, Gaedren is still trying to get information out of Sarah with the last of his life. Still wanting to know who sent you guys here. And I presume that Sarah, you're going to continue to not give up that information.
Sarah's gonna kneel down next to him, look him dead in the eye, and whisper, "If you wanted to know, you shouldn't have killed my fiance."
Oh.
And he's just gonna stab him in the gut.
Okay. So as you're readying yourself to do that, Gaedren is going to just look at you and just say, was that hack fortune teller, wasn't it?
Sarah's not going to answer. She's just going to stab.
Okay. You go to raise your dagger high before you bring it down. And he just now he's just like kind of death monologuing at this point. He's like, "Yeah, I remember her. Such beautiful eyes and silky hair. Couldn't bear to feed them to my pet. She's in the next room if you'd like to speak with her." And then you bring your dagger down. Go ahead and roll.
Wait. Where's my weapons? Where'd my weapons go?
It's kind of important when you're trying to end a man. Oh, look at that. Double natural 20. That's going to deal 5 points of piercing damage. Oop. Oh no, why is my Facebook going off? Okay. So he is going to have to make a roll.
Also, as a reminder, Sarah whispered that. Did anybody actually hear her say that?
Yes.
Reef did not. I'm
No.
gonna elect to tell you that right now. Reef is just really angry at Gnome.
Roll bluff.
I definitely
She-
would not have heard that.
Because she was whispering that to him.
Okay, probably not.
All right, yeah, 26. That's yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's beaten that on a perception roll. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna roll.
yeah,
For
go
the
for it. I mean,
One time you rolled high, you motherfucker.
Yeah, no. Like I said, see, I was right.
Damn it.
okay, yeah, they didn't hear you.
Awesome. They may have
Seems
heard
like-
him, but they didn't hear me, and that's the important part.
Gaedren
As soon as I hear you, I'm gonna make fun of you for it. Just let you know.
Gaedren rolls a 9 on his save against your coup de grace, and he dies rather unceremoniously. Just gets done with his sentence, and then just as the dagger impacts him and ends his life.
Sarah is just going to break down crying.
That's understandable.
Like, not tears of no, but just like, she's just gonna cry.
Yeah, like you got your revenge, and it's all just coming out of you. I
Yeah.
totally understand.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice that?
I don't think she's trying to hide the fact that she's crying. I think she's just letting it all
She
out
stabs him. She sees him die.
and just keeps stabbing.
Yes, she she cries and keeps stabbing. I actually love that. Yes.
Hey,
Doing well over there, you rat bastard.
It's Sin's turn.
Question is, like, if I get right next to the gnome, is he close enough for me to just stab him?
Yeah, it's only 3 feet from the platform down to the surface of the water, so I would say yes. If you move over to an adjacent
Mine,
place on the platform.
Mine.
Yeah, okay. So that
Damn it.
it's not confirmed, but that is enough to put him out. He just falls down into the water unconscious.
Sorry, not sorry, Reeve. This is my kill.
And with that, you have at the very least neutralized all of the threats here in the fishery.
So Sarah doesn't notice or care what's going on around her. She has blood on her hands. She sees that he's dead, and she stops stabbing, and she is still just weeping because she doesn't feel any better, It's just the grief over everything. She's sobbing.
I'm gonna walk over to Sarah.
Are we out of combat?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Sin.
I'm just gonna look at Sarah and just say, I thought the worst he did to you was that he didn't pay you. I think something else happened. You mind explaining? Or not?
Sarah does not hear that.
I'm gonna place a hand on your shoulder to attempt to calm you.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you to roll for that because it's not like you're using a spell, but
Maybe diplomacy?
uh
I've realized it's like a weird use of it.
yeah, it's a bit of a strange use, but influence attitude is probably the closest thing here. So yeah, go ahead.
You did diplomacy. Give me like 10 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Here
Just
you
figuring out
go.
what the DC is. Yeah, that's not gonna do much good. You don't make anything worse, but your supportive touch does little to stop the sobbing.
I'm gonna try and convince Sarah to tell me what's wrong.
Okay, so this will be this will also be diplomacy used to gather information.
Yeet.
I would say that Sarah's sort of trauma that she's dealing with would be considered secret knowledge, and so 16 is not high enough.
Okay.
All right, having that fail, I'm just sit down beside Sarah.
Like
And
that.
I'm gonna show her my bottle of wine. Wine.
Can I? Is it okay to pull you into a hug?
So yes.
Yes, wine.
No, so I'm assuming Nadia pulls Sarah into a hug. And this kind of snaps her out of it a bit. Like, she's still crying, and then she realizes where she is. Because she kind of just briefly was kind of lost in her own grief. She's like, what the? It's like, I'm sorry, I just... And still,
Hey, it's
she's like,
okay. Hey, it's okay. Let it out. Let it out. Let it all out.
It was,
It's okay.
I just kind of lamely goes, it was a lot of money.
I don't believe you.
Okay, so Sin roll sense motive, Sarah roll bluff.
Sorry to bluff.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, I expected that, okay.
The dice gods know. Oh, and the total is still lower. So even though it seems like Sarah is, her words are not very convincing, Sin, the only thought you're left with is, yeah, maybe I'd be upset if that was my money.
True. Sarah, child, I have advice for you. I think you're gonna like it.
Listen to you, child.
Exactly.
I'm trying to remember where it is. Just give me one moment. There it is. All right, listen, child. There's not many things that can ease the pain of your betrayal. Not much can quell the anger. Not much can wash away the dirt of shame. But you know what? Do you know what can?
Sarah's just gonna go. What?
Drugs. Lots of drugs. Let's go get some.
Sarah! Don't listen to
Sarah
him.
is just gonna
Drugs don't make
stare
you
at
better.
him. Sarah's in shock. She's just gonna stare at him like, what?
Reef looks up from rifling through Hookshank's pockets and goes, "Did I hear drugs?"
You did hear drugs. Remember, Reef, you fucking owe me weed.
I do. Yes, I am.
So since you're rifling through his stuff,
Yeah. Literally, the moment I didn't even realize Sarah was crying. Reef saw a dead man and went, "Ooh, shiny stuff. Let me go get it."
all right, roll per.
Completely unaware of all the emotional development that was happening in the corner. That's why I linked that comic, because that crow at the very end is literally the epitome of Reef right now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. We'll see what you find.
Completely oblivious to her crying.
12. All right. So yeah, in your sort of like tunnel vision on the shinies, does take you a little bit to collect everything. So you pull off his set of studded leather, size for a small creature. His kukri is actually masterwork. He also has a disguise kit. He has a key on him, an iron key, and 8 gold pieces.
Yep. Pocketing all of that. Like, you just start seeing me. I have that chained, thing of just random little pockets and everything wrapped around my entire being. Just start shoving things in random pockets. The armor, I literally look around, look at anyone in the horde and seeing if they're of that size. And if they are, I literally just throw it at them.
Sarah's gonna,
They are not.
Sarah's
Okay.
gonna point, and she's gonna. You said there was, wine or something there, right?
Yeah, I'm holding out wine.
Sarah's just gonna grab the wine. She's just gonna quietly grab the wine and start drinking. And when I say start drinking, I mean she is just going to down it.
Slamming the wine.
Yeah, as soon as Sin Sin has been around the block of drinking his sorrows away. So as soon as I realize that you're drinking too much, I'm immediately gonna just snatch it back.
Yeah, Sarah gets through almost half the bottle before you.
Sarah slaps him away, says mine, and continues drinking.
I throw a random rock in their direction and going, "No, drink the bottle. I owe Sin wine. You know, drink it. Wait, why are you crying?"
And again,
Sin,
Sarah,
why'd you make her cry?
Money, but I'm not convinced. But if
Sarah
I was,
again just
if I lost
slightly
a lot of
says-
money, I would also be upset.
Sarah just again lamely says, "Big pile money."
What do you think, Reef?
Reef kind of tears up and goes, "Losing money hurts," as he shoves the last of those 8 coins into his pockets.
You better share that later on, dickhead.
No. This is Reef's. Reef's found first. These are mine.
What's going on? Are
And then
fucking
you see
around?
Reef
our
look
money.
at everyone, realize everyone is now paying attention, and then just bolt over to Giggles.
Yeah, Giggles.
I know you don't, you rat bastard.
Giggles is unconscious.
I realize this, and then I go,
Who did
"Wait,
Giggles
I owe him alcohol too." I poke at Giggles. Wait, before I poke at Giggles, I take the chain belt I have, break off the end of it to the best of my ability, and use it to wrap his hands together. And then I poke at him, and I wake him up.
Okay.
Like
Or I
this,
look
bro,
at
Giggles.
people to
I don't-
help
I don't
wake
like
me
this.
up, and I go, Giggles isn't necessarily. I don't want to kill this man.
I do.
I walk over to you. I take what is left now, like the 1/8 of a bottle of wine out of Sarah's hands, and then look at her and go, "No more. You're very drunk." And then I put it in between Giggles's tied hands, and I go, "I gave him drink. I kept my bargain. I look at Sin, I go, I get you 2 new bottles now. I keep my bargain again. We leave now.
Sarah
And I just walk out the door.
goes, Giggles. No, Sarah kind of tipsily just goes, Giggles is not part of the horde.
Giggles is not part of the
Part
horde.
of the horde.
But I owe Giggles some favors from many
Oh
a times
my
ago.
god! All right, so Sin just murders Giggles.
I had
Sin?
paid my debt. This is fine. And Reef just walks away.
Well,
Wait,
actually,
I thought I already murdered Giggles.
he was
double
simply
murder.
unconscious, and then he stabilized, and then Sin decided to slash him, and yeah, he rolled a 5 on his coup de grace save, so he's dead. So yeah, there is a second door that I didn't. Well, I did mention earlier, but sounds like you guys are just trying to leave.
Yes, but I just called Reef. Hey, Reef, there's money
I
in
was just-
here.
I was just role playing, being
No, I know, I get it.
Reef, especially with him being fatigued and so tunnel vision, wasn't aware of the door. So Reef just kind of starts walking back and go, why horde no follow? Hello,
I just immediately shout to Reef. Reef, there's money in here.
money?
Money.
And he flies over all the corpses and comes back to you. Goes, where is it?
Alright, does he have any treasure chests, like, in the general vicinity, or are they probably in the room over here?
So first of all, let me explain what's on the table. So
By the way, I have a question about all of this when we're done with the game. I'm not done with the game, but like done with the session.
there's there are very little in terms of valuables. You do find 7 small vials containing a rather foul-smelling, sort of like vermin repellent. There is a cabinet that is slightly ajar in between these 2 tables here. Inside, you find a darkwood coffer that is latched but not locked.
I opened the coffer.
Inside the coffer is drugs.
Hey!
You find
God.
20 doses of shiver.
Refresh my memory, what does that do?
Shiver so shiver is a highly addictive drug that has variable effects. You can either end up going to sleep for a few hours, or you can gain immunity to fear for a few minutes.
If you're asleep.
So yeah, basically like when you sleep, your sleep is filled with vivid dreams that will often cause your body to shake while you're sleeping, which is why the drug is called shiver.
Are they good dreams?
They could be good or bad. It just says vivid.
Having had a lot of
Yeah,
fever
yoink.
dreams recently, that sounds about right.
We sell this.
My
yes?
drugs.
Reef sells-
Given your knowledge of drugs, you would know that each dose of shiver could fetch a decent amount of gold.
It's very good to know, but I'm probably using it more for our purposes, especially after Sarah's quote-unquote drama with money.
I wouldn't call that necessarily drama. She seemed really upset.
That's what drama is, jackass! Now come on, child. we got more looting to do.
Alright, so
Reef, money.
Reef was looking desperately around, being like, but where is it?
probably through this door. Open the door, Reef.
Reef? Can Reef Kool-Aid Man through the wall?
You can certainly try while fatigued.
You got this, buddy. As Reef was busting down the door, I'm just gonna open the door.
Reef just tries to go like, oh yeah.
Oh. No, but genuinely, what should I roll? Because he is very
Strength.
enthusiastic about this.
Strength.
Okay. Bonk.
Yeah. So instead, Sin, playing a prank, opens the door as you are about to charge through it, and you end up going, like into this like little desk here, as you just charge on through and just collide with the desk.
I'm so glad.
Inside, this is a pretty bad smelling room. That looks like a combination of a bedroom and a study. You see a wooden bed that holds a lumpy mattress standing against the wall here. There's a round table as well that is heaped with dirty plates, sort of like bits of old food like bread crusts and fruit rinds, and there's like some stained goblets. There are like some like cockroaches crawling around the room. At the foot of the bed, you see a large strongbox. There is a lock on it that is slightly rusted. And atop the strongbox, there is a sort of moldy-looking ledger with pages that have been slightly water damaged. And additionally, there is a sagging sort of dresser that is filled with clothes that look like some moths have had a field day with them. And atop the dresser, you see a wooden hat box that is surrounded by flies.
All right, Reef, I have master plan. If you read the ledger, there might be money inside, and if you bring Nadia the clothes, she can fix it so we can get money.
Reef is trying to extricate himself from the pile of parts of desk that he is now collided with, and is looking up at you and going, I do want the money, but this hurts.
Yeah, the desk isn't very nice.
This is not regal. We don't tell the others about this, okay?
I have an evil smile.
And
That
then I
depends on what you're
pull.
willing to do to me.
Already owe you 2 bottles of wine, and I never owed anyone anything in my entire life. Do you realize how weird this is for me? What do you want, 3?
Instead of 2 bottles of wine, I want 3 big doses of moonshine.
Reef kind of looks at him and goes, I can do this. Yes, and then I open not open, but I rifle through the remnants of the drawer that is in my lap from the desk to see if there's anything of value as I agree to Sin's plan.
I'm writing this in my notes.
You find some random odds and ends, but nothing of value.
You just, from outside the room, you just start seeing random, like, just nonsense being hurled out of the room. Just like a little tiny pair of scissors, a quill,
a couple
an
paperweights,
inkwell.
like, yeah,
just
random objects.
And you just hear me getting more aggressively annoyed, being like, none of it is shiny.
But yeah, you guys seem to be drawn to a few different things in terms of potential valuables. There's the ledger, the hat box, and the strong box.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the strong box.
Okay, so the strong box is locked. So this will be a disable device check.
Alright, I'm no longer wielding, I'm no longer holding my shield, so this is a +2.
Okay.
A doinkus. Fuck.
7. Yeah, no good. I'm also realizing that nobody looted Gaedren's body. Now that I think about it.
Probably do that, but first
Well-
I'm gonna continue to keep trying to unlock the box.
Okay.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
7 because the
Yeah, no, I know.
armored tech penalty.
I know.
A doink.
21. Okay, so
21.
you managed to pop it open.
What's inside?
Finn's sitting on the floor looking up, like peering over his hands and trying to see what was in the box as I hear it open. Just being like,
You notice that there are several objects, each of which are individually wrapped in cloth that is held together with some length of twine that's been tied off. All right, so I'll go through the list and then I will type it all out for you. First up is you find a cigar case made of teak that is inlaid with tiny bits of jade. You find a 2-pound gold ingot that bears the coat of arms from the nation nation of Cheliax. You find a miniature gold crown. You find a scrimshaw carving of a kraken that has garnet stones for eyes. This carving is about the size of your fist. You find a silver ring that has an inscription on the inside of it. The inscription reads, "For Emma, the light in my nights." You find a highly realistic and highly scandalous ivory figurine of 2 succubi that are entwined. You find 1 masterwork shuriken, 1 adamantine arrowhead, a masterwork dagger with a strange blade that is almost shaped like a key. And this bears the inscription, "For an inspiration of a father." You find a holy symbol of Shaylin that is made from an abalone shell. A glass tube containing some kind of oil. You find a wand made of obsidian. There is a crystalline vial that contains... I need to look up what this is real fast because I'm not sure if it's a drug or if it's some kind of... Okay, so this vial contains like a silvery liquid. You're not quite sure what it is. And the final item is a bejeweled brooch that has a broken clasp. And even to your sort of untrained eye in terms of appraising items, the brooch definitely reads as the most valuable item of the bunch.
Even more than the gold bars. Very interesting.
Yeah, so I think I actually have a handout for it. So yes, I do. So it looks like this.
Ooh.
As they're
very
rifling through, Sarah's finally going to get up.
Mhm.
She's gonna spit on the body and lamb,
Mhm.
and say, "May you never find rest. May those you like essentially curses like may you never find rest. May those who you hurt and killed forever haunt you." And then like walk in and see what it is that they all found.
Okay. Do you just leave his body? You don't do anything to it. You just spit on it and go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She already stabbed the shit out of the guy.
So you don't care. I got it. So you
Well, it's not that I don't care. It's that like I stabbed the shit out of him, cursed him,
what I mean
and
is
then like walked away.
what I mean is you did what you came here to do.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Nothing matters besides that. So all right. So yeah, you walk in and you find Sin and to a lesser extent Reef sort of rifling through this strong box and seeing what's inside. You two now notice the horrible smell in the room. You notice the hat box on top of the dresser that is kind of surrounded by flies.
Sarah looks at it and goes, "I guess those are the eyes."
Those do be the eyes.
Hi.
It could be the eyes. You don't know.
I wanna investigate where that smell's coming from.
It's the vermin repellent.
Well, yeah, out there by the body, you're probably smelling the vermin repellent. If you mean inside the room, you'd want to take the hat box and open it up.
By the way, did Sarah see like the crown that they pulled out of the strong box?
I mean, yeah, they would have had to like unwrap all the items as far as the twine and cloth are
Sarah's
concerned.
just
So
gonna sniffle and say, "I want the crown."
We'll discuss who gets what in just a minute, and we're gonna share fairly. Aren't we, Reef? And I give Reef an evil smile.
Reef slowly has a light dawn on what is being implied and goes, yes, Reef can shit. Reef can share.
There's no sense laughing evilly in character as well.
The thought
Think of Stitch and Lilo and Stitch when he grabs his face and is dragging it across it, being like, ha! That's Reef right now.
I was thinking of having to utter the word share kind of turns Reef into like Jimmy from South Park.
Okay, I see you're doing that on purpose now. Got it.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, I do have a stutter. I do have a stutter in real life, so yeah, that's a thing to not be sure of for the people who know me.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about I was talking about Sin making Reef say share.
No, Sin is evilly laughing.
Yeah.
Sarah is still like kind of upset, but she giggles a little bit and she goes, "But I can have crown, right?"
Reef looks up at Sin and goes,
Remember, her face is still tear streaked.
yeah, but Reef didn't
Look at
know
what you're
why you
doing
were
to him.
crying, and now
I
Reef's
was
crying about all the
considering using
shinies
the-
going away.
I'm gonna say yes, Sarah. You can have the crown in one condition.
What?
Once we all get to a safe location, we're gonna gather around a fire of sorts, and we're gonna do drugs together and take alcohol, except for Natalie. I forgot her name. Nadia, probably that. She's not allowed to take any drugs. But we're all gonna sit around the campfire and we're gonna tell backstory story time. Deal?
Fine. I can have crown.
You
And
can have crown.
Sarah takes the crown, puts it on her head, and smiles a little bit.
See, Reef, isn't sharing wonderful?
Reef is literally like losing their mind right now. And Reef goes, yes, sharing is wonderful. Sharing is just fine. And
Just
Reef,
swell.
Reef just slowly crawls away back into the other room and starts rifling through other things.
Sarah sees
Out
Reef
of-
struggling, so
Yeah.
she takes the crown off her head and just sticks it on Reef and goes, "King of Kobolds."
And Reef is no longer going to get on the floor like Squidward and go, future.
Reef literally has a legitimate crown placed on his head, and he is now literally just frozen. Just completely frozen, and just staring around like, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back.
Sarah just looks at him and goes, "King of Kobolds.
Aww.
Take care of Ford."
Reef
Gives him a hug.
realizes now, in this moment, looking up at your face, that your makeup is a mess, tears are strewn, and just looks immediately rageful in his eyes and goes, "What hurt you?" Still fatigued, but the little fires of rage are starting to sparkle again.
Sarah just says, "Don't worry about it," and gives him a hug.
I tap you on the head with my wing from the floor. My wings are hugging you because I am on the floor. And I am short.
So, Nadia, what are you doing out there?
Just observing the chaos.
Okay. I didn't know if you were, like, looting any bodies or... wanting to.
Oh, I want the key. The blade that's like a key. Yeah, the key blade.
Okay, so you're gonna come into the room. Were you?
Yeah,
Because
the key that's a blade, the key blade.
I know you mentioned the smell in the room. Like, were you also? You said you were investigating the smell, like the source of the smell, right? As well, or no?
I was wanting to.
Okay.
I was wanting to, yeah.
So in that case, you are indeed drawn to the hat box, and you grab it. You grab it off the top of the dresser, and the flies that were hovering over it slowly start following the box towards your hands. Do you open the box?
Yes.
Okay. Inside the box is Zalara's
Is it
severed
heavy?
head.
Oh. Okay
Oh.
then.
Well, shoot.
Is it the
I dropped the box.
Before?
So you drop the box, and the head bounces out of the box. You notice that her face, or her head in general, is pretty poorly preserved. Someone decorated her face with some rather unsightly looking makeup in what appears to be a crude attempt to give her some semblance of life. If you'd like, you can make a heal check on the head to assess the condition.
Okay.
14. Zalara's been dead for weeks.
Wait, what?
What was that thing that spoke to us? Just what?
Oh wait,
That's a
hold
good
up.
question.
Sorry, that just clicked. So Zalara is in the hat box.
Her head is in the hat box, yes. And now that her head is bounced out of the box, you see that there is another smaller box inside of the hat box.
Okay, so Sarah is like freaking the fuck out. She's like, wait, she said her fiance was killed.
No, it was her son.
Oh, it was her son? Sorry, she said her son was killed. What? What is this? What is happening?
So Nadia, how long has that severed head been dead for? Just rough estimation.
Weeks.
Weeks. But we saw Savia today. What's going on?
Must have been illusion magic. I don't know. It would explain why she was late.
Not at all, Nadia. Here's the
But what
thing.
wouldn't?
Illusion magic can't actually touch shit, so nah.
I'm freaking out here. I'm just going with what comes up.
Well,
with
think
sense
clearly
into
then, goddamn.
Reef bashes his hands down onto the floor and goes, "Quiet. That thing there, that head there, is the lady we talked to over there."
So
That's
Sarah
not
is now freaking the fuck out.
Reef,
Everyone, stop panicking.
I'm
Reef.
going to
real quick,
pick.
real
Yes.
quick, sorry. Reef, the act of you smashing your hands on the floor, you impacted right next to the hat box, and the jostling of it actually opened up the smaller box that's inside of it, revealing Zalara's Harrow deck.
So, okay. That makes what I was about to do even better, because what I was about to do is say Reef literally picks up the box with the head, watching everyone freak out, nondescriptly says, "Well, we're going back to the house," carrying the head out with him, and literally looks at everyone as he gets to the door and says, "Are we not going? Come."
Sarah goes,
We
wait.
need to-
Put
No,
the
we
head
have
back
a
in the
head
box.
to return.
Put the head back in the
Return.
box.
We have a head to return. I'm sure the rest of her body will be thrilled.
Honey,
The head in the box, which also would make a very good song, but that's just for another day. Put the head in the box.
I'm
pick up the
the
box and shove it towards
head
my
in the
brain.
box.
Shove it towards
Bow,
Reef.
bow, wow,
Okay,
wow.
Reef takes a step back from the door at this point and looks down at the head and goes, "Okay, it goes in the box." Shoves the head down back into the box, closes the lid, and continues walking out the door.
Let's go
grab
then.
I'm gonna grab the box. And
No, it's
give it
gone.
to
I
Reef.
am gone. I am gone. You cannot
Oh.
grab. It is gone.
Well, I mean, you could
Well, I hate
certainly
to tell you, but I'm gonna be slower, so have fun with that.
you can grab the strong box with all the items in it. I mean, you can do that too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
grabbing
Reef
the
Reef
strong
didn't
box.
think things through. You guys, for once, Reef is fatigued and therefore his shiny brain isn't thinking things through. He just saw the head of the person who gave us the task and the Harrow deck and went, well, these need to go back to them.
Sarah's just gonna start singing to herself. She's like, put that head back in the hat box, or so help me.
Yeah, and put that thing back where it came from. Oh, so help me.
Now, if you guys want to catch up to me, I've only made it to the bridge.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
did
going
we
to
take everything
periodically
from the
stop
bridge?
and wait, being like, why aren't they following?
Did
But
they-
I
Yeah.
did take off.
We need to loot Lamb, as well as potentially Giggles.
Totally
can
fair. I
you
just
can
want to
certainly do
clarify
that.
that I have not left past the bridge, even if you guys can't see me.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
right.
and I
Sarah's going
stopped
to
there.
go back to Lamb,
Mhm.
and she is going to steal the money from his. I'm assuming he has money on him.
So yeah, you find your money in all of this searching. I should have mentioned that, but yeah, you find a bag that has the money that you were owed.
Great. So I find that, and then I just kick him for good measure, and say "fuck you" and walk away.
Yeah, you kick
Aw.
him and you break one of his feeble old ribs, even though he's already dead. Like you just feel it
And if
break.
you have anything else valuable on him.
Okay, so go ahead and roll perception.
And guys, we good right about now.
does that
Perception.
mean- Oh, cool! I get to add 200 gold coins to my.
Well,
No, I add.
yeah,
100
140.
140.
Yeah, less what you were paid up front, but yeah, you add the rest of your,
sorry, I was
to your
paid
money.
40 total, so 160. Okay.
Yep, 160. Okay, so Sin, it takes you about a minute, but you do manage to find some of the, or really whatever valuables that he had on him. First things first, you find a rusty-looking iron key, which seems to match the amount of rust that was on the lock of the strongbox that you broke open, assuming that that's the key that goes to it. You find a second key that's made of brass. Unsure about this function, but you can assume that it's got to open some other things that are around here, presumably. You find his masterwork hand crossbow with his remaining bolts, which I think is like 6 or 7 bolts.
Take 3.
You find a dagger, a pretty nice looking dagger, and his set of padded armor.
Alright, his armor's probably not as good as mine. I'm gonna give the masterwork crossbow to Nadia, because I know she uses a crossbow, and this one is just better in every way. And then I give my signature stab in the dick, because that's my special marking for when I kill people.
All right.
And after that, I'm going to go to the dead body of Giggles, and
Okay,
I'm going
same
to
thing.
loot him as well.
All right, go ahead. And
Except for
roll.
light, I'm not picking that shit up.
You're not
What else
picking
he
what
had?
up?
But his light flail, because
You're
I
leaving
don't.
the flail?
I don't
Okay.
leave in the flail.
All right, so
What
yeah,
else he got?
go ahead and roll perception. 12 again. Okay, so about the same amount of time it takes to locate all of the stuff. He's wearing a set of chainmail armor. He has 3 potion vials that all contain what looks to be the same substance, sort of like a reddish liquid. He has a composite longbow with 20 arrows, and he has 80 gold pieces.
Alright, taking all the gold pieces for myself, because Sarah took her no gold pieces, so this is only fair.
Fair for me though.
Yeah, but you're a good person, so you do these things for good reasons, not for money. Alright, what
That makes
what
no
else?
sense.
Oh yeah, potion. That's probably a healing potion. I'm gonna give the healing potion to Nadia.
So yeah,
Why me
three
when I
of
can
those are
heal
all the same.
of it?
Oh, 3 of them. I think I'm giving one for me, one for Nadia, and one for Sarah.
Okay. Yeah, so again, you don't know what they are, but you have a hunch that they're healing potions. And yeah, there's 3 of them. They're all the same.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that they are because I know that he had at least one because he gave it to what's his face back then. So I'm just assuming they're potions.
Right.
Speaking of which, and then I'm going to.
So you guys already.
I'm gonna take the arrows because I'm already gonna be very encumbered anyway. I'm taking the longbow just because.
You want the rest of your other arrows that you had me hold? Or nah?
No, I'm gonna need you to hold more in a minute, but we'll discuss that later.
You realize I probably can't. You hold more than me, right?
Reef just starts reaching outwards through the door, being like, I heard people were supposed to be taking things. I'm still here. I can take more things.
Appreciate it, and I know that that when I need them, you're gonna give them back, right, buddy?
Yes.
Good,
Yes?
good.
Yes is the right answer, right?
Yes is the right answer, Reef.
Yes. Yes. I give them back.
You give them back.
Reef has stepped back into the doorway with the lure of items.
I would say that by now Reef's fatigue is worn off as well.
Yes.
Lego. Also, Reef, look, I have a key. We need to figure out where it goes to.
And my eyes light up for the shiny, and literally I just take the key out of your hand.
Oh no.
Reef,
How did you
buddy.
not see that coming?
Key is
How did
mine,
you not see that
shinies are
coming?
yours?
Reef, that's a key. Do you know what keys do?
Key is mine, shinies that come from it are yours. But the permanent
Sarah,
shiny
no.
is mine.
Oh,
Sorry,
no, no,
Sarah's
no,
been
no,
following
no,
them.
Reef. Back up, back up, back up. What do keys do?
Yes, the key goes into a lock somewhere, and whatever that lock contains, you can have. But the shiny thing that is in front of me right now is this little shiny key, and I'm
Sarah's
taking it.
All right, Sarah's
You
gonna
may,
go. Okay,
you may
okay,
have
okay.
shiny key, Reef, but we're gonna figure out where it goes to so we can get more money.
Yes, 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 but the key is mine.
The key is yours. You,
You
can
can have
keep the
key.
key. You just need to
Nadia,
help
come
us
on,
use
we're
it.
on the move.
Nadia, come on.
Reef flies
What?
up over everyone else and
Nadia,
goes,
child,
"Shiny
come on."
healer!" Incoming, and flies and goes, "Come on, yes, we go now." And Reef has his
We
hand
go
out
now.
expectantly, being like, "She's coming, right? Yes."
Gonna have to drag my ass.
Reef immediately just grabs you, puts you in a very specific position on his back, and then just starts very clumsily flying forward out of the room. We have the horde. We go now.
Onward!
You can put me
All right.
down, okay? I'll follow.
So you guys
Reef, you are kobold leader, so lead
Puts
the
him
way.
down gently as he can.
just gonna move Giggles over here so it's easier for me to actually hold on. Let me just do this just so it's easier for me to move the tokens around. There we go. So you guys make your way back upstairs. And to the doors. Get back into the fishery. The dog that's inside begins barking again.
I growl at the dog.
You also hear the voices of several children inside.
Sarah's gonna go. Wait, shh. Are those little kids?
Probably. Keep in mind, Lamb does own a slavery business of children.
Maybe we should help the children?
That's probably what the key is for. Granted, I thought the key would be like something valuable, not children, but I'll take it.
Sarah's gonna sigh, look at Reef, and go, Reef, more people for the horde.
Reef's looking around and being like, okay.
We should
What
go
was the
rescue
name?
the children so they can become part of the horde.
Tiny. Ooh. I'm not changing any diapers, but yes, horde members. Let's go.
Hooray for
Tiny
slavery!
No. I bonks in.
What? You said they would be part of the horde. Therefore, they're going to work for us, and therefore slavery.
No.
Sarah just looks at him dead on and said, I already killed one man tonight. I'm already ready to do a second.
Okay, that's
She
just
don't
racist.
kill you, then I don't have to be nice anymore. Reef blinks and looks at everyone and goes, I said the quiet part out loud.
No, you didn't, Reef. Don't worry about it. Let's go help the children.
So Sarah can't help it. She just cracks up.
Reef is not used to having people of actual, like, similar intelligence to him working with him, and this is very bewildering to Reef. So he's just gonna about face and go exactly where directed for the first time in his life.
All right. So you guys are free to head inside.
Okay.
You open the door there.
I can't go in. Oh, I can go in. I just had to go in through the door.
Yes.
So where do I hear the dog coming from?
Down here.
I'm going to try a lullaby and see if I can just sing the dog to sleep.
Okay, sure.
Oh, sorry, I clicked it twice.
It's all right. The dog rolls a 16, so it is
So
unaffected.
the dog.
It's a very
Not
strong-willed
affected.
dog.
It continues to bark angrily as it doesn't recognize any of you.
I would like to intimidate the dog.
Sure, you can certainly try to intimidate the dog.
To be honest, I was just about to say I bark back, so I will assist.
Yes, this would be very, very helpful in this situation.
I am assisting.
13 is actually good enough. So, you what do you do? Like, you yell at the dog? You just make a mean face at the dog? Like, what do you do?
I look furious as a rager, and I growl back to show, like, you know, I'm bigger and meaner than you. Plus, I look like a devil, so I'm scarier than you. Fuck off.
Okay. The dog does sort of slink away from you a little bit.
Does he stop barking?
No, but it's more like a defensive barking now.
So
I want to try to calm the dog.
Do the sounds of the children come from the door that the dog's in front of?
Some of them do, yes. The rest come from up here.
Brief. We have two options. We can either we can intimidate the dog to make it back off, or we can murder the dog. I'm personally good with either situation, to be honest.
Reef barks at it in Draconic to fuck off, or that it's gonna die.
I like to assist using my infernal language instead.
Wait. I wanna try and calm the dog down.
This is Reef's best attempt at trying to calm the dog down, as in, like, disengage from us, this isn't worth it, you're gonna die. And the closest language I have to dog is Draconic, so I'm talking to it as best
Okay,
as I
so
can.
both of you roll intimidate, and then we'll let Nadia try her hand based on the result.
Alright, I'm
Wait, do I do
helping,
the animal
I'm
handling?
assisting Reef this time.
Okay,
19,
so
let's go.
the dog, the dog is going to back away from the door and kind of just go to the corner. It's still barking, but it's like less aggressive again than it was before. It's more of like a, like a, who are you? I don't think you're supposed to be here, rather than a, I'm going to attack you type of bark.
Alright, problem solved.
All right, well, before you roll the handle animal, let me know what you're attempting to do. you'll lead the way into the room then, if that's what you're doing. And how are you attempting to calm the dog?
The baby, quiet baby voices.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Doesn't really have much effect.
Damn. I dread.
The dog seems to not like what you're doing.
See,
I'll just walk
child,
away
sometimes the best way is just to threaten. Hardly ever fails.
There's no reason to threaten anything, but alright.
And Nadia, how old's your character?
20-ish.
Just let you know that you're being called child by someone who's 18.
Reef looks at both of you and go, "You are literally physically children," and bonks you both on the head.
What are you talking about, child? I'm old enough to have drugs. It's fine.
I never said nothing about any drugs. Just both of you are children. You are tiny eggs. You are literal eggs.
Sorry, I'm reaching the end of my sleeping. Did you say Nadia and Sin are both 18?
He's 20 something. I'm literally 18, and I keep calling people child just because I find it funny.
Okay.
Reef, be dear and open the door.
Sin
Probably
is
need to be
baby.
probably need to be
Got it.
unlocked.
I look at him and just go, "You want me to open the door? You think I have the ability to open locks?" And then I blink and look at the door and I just wallop it. Don't. Oh, I can turn fatigued off. Goodbye, fatigue.
Yes, you can.
Bonking of the door.
Okay, so you unsuccessfully try to open the door by bonking it. And then it slowly dawns on you that you have a key that you took from Sin in your possession.
I angrily bonk the door one more time with one hand on the glaive, making it seem like I'm just smashing the doorknob lock area with the glaive, like shorthanding it using. In reality, I'm just jimmying the key into the lock and opening it, and then kicking the door open with my foot, just being like, "See? Door."
Okay.
And then I put the key away like no one ever saw it in one of the chained little pockets. Stealthily. Very stealthily. As stealthily as I possibly can. I want this key. It is deemed a shiny to Reef.
Roll sleight of hand. I mean, it's a little clumsy, but
I know.
Put the key away. So you open the door and you find 4 orphans. This room has a definite stink to it as well. Sort of a mixture of fish and sweat smell. It's enough to make your eyes water. To the east, you see a large wooden trough that contains a hideous mound of half sort of like gone off fish, seaweed and brine. There are stains on the floor consisting of filthy river water and fish blood. There are a pair of wooden chutes that lead from the trough through holes in the wall over here and here. These go into a larger room beyond. There is also a desk and a chair in this corner, and a sort of tall cabinet in this corner.
Alright, children, lucky for you, this is your lucky day. Lamb's dead, so I recommend you leave.
One of them looks up at you and just says, "Where will we go?"
Don't you have homes to go to?
Sarah just kind of looks at Sin like, are you shitting?
Reef looks at Sin and goes, They're hordlings.
Sarah looks
Yes,
at
and
them.
hordlings usually have mother hordes, so...
Yeah,
We're their mother horde.
I walk over to Sin and I look at him putting my hands on his shoulder and I go, I don't know if you realize this, but when you told me we were going to get the children, I thought you realized that these were orphans. You do realize that these are orphans, right?
Oh, they're orphans. Okay, new plan. We're gonna gather all the children, and I have great plan to find them homes. Don't worry about it.
You are not
Sarah's a
trading them
little
for
worried
drugs.
about it.
I
She's
am not.
interested in
I
kids.
will not use them for drugs. We are going to. I have planned. Don't worry about it.
Sarah didn't say that out loud.
Are
so
you
she's
sure
now
about that?
very suspicious about that. Like, wait, what? Like, that
Reef?
is
Don't worry about it.
suspiciously significant.
First, we must gather the children. Where are the others?
I'm just like, that is suspiciously specific denial.
Reef is
I'm gonna
attempting.
go to the kids and say, like, hey guys, okay. We know that you've been through a lot. We're gonna take you someplace safe, okay? She's gonna sit down and form, like, do you want to hear a song?
The kid just looks up and says, okay.
So Sarah sits down and try to like calm them down and like get them to trust her. She's just gonna play a couple of like, I don't know, like whatever accounts for kid songs. I guess Baby Shark. She's like, baby.
I'm so glad.
No.
Off with your head.
I accidentally mistyped orphanages to orphan cages, so that's what that awkward cackle was before.
Oh, so speaking of orphan cages, I have a
Accident,
video to show y'all.
We know what you're planning.
Reef is trying to look at these children in a way to like calm them, but in reality, just think of like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, where he's just trying to give that really happy grin. It doesn't go well, so he just leans down in front of them. It's just like, it's gonna be okay. You're safe now, and then just smiles at them with just all of his teeth, fangs just gleaming.
Sarah, she sees this and she just looks at him and goes, "Daddy Shark."
We're gonna get out of here. This place is kind of gross, right?
Yeah, it smells bad.
Reef looks at everyone and goes, all right, so we're gonna go to the closest inn, okay? We're all gonna go together. You guys are all gonna go in between us, though. There's gonna be the two of us in the front, and then two of the adults behind you guys, making sure no one gets lost, okay?
Okay. There are more of us in the other room.
Reef, like, freezes for a second and goes, there's more of you. Okay, let's go get them. And just ushers the children forward, using his wings to kind of like curtail them from going the wrong direction. It's like, come on, let's go. Looking very, very panically at Sarah and Nadia and Sin, being like, more. I didn't know.
There's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's like, hey guys, how about this? You're gonna stay with my friend. You're gonna stay with my friend here. She looks at Nadia because Nadia looks safe.
I just shyly wave at them all and smile.
It's like,
I
she's
point
gonna
it-
watch you. And I'm gonna go get the others, okay?
Reef then is gonna scan
Come
for
on, you
any
two.
signs.
I promise they look. She's gonna look at the location because they promise they're big and scary, but they just want to help. They're my friends.
I'm gonna write this down that Sarah now sees me as a friend. Very good.
So I'm going to go down and get the rest of the children.
Yes, and I'm gonna scout.
Why can't I
around.
go down and get the rest of the children?
Because the door is closed in front of you. You open the door, and now you can go get the rest of the children. In this room, the floor is slick with river water. You see bits of seaweed, more fish blood. And just like the previous room, the air is thick with the accompanying scents. There are wooden catwalks to the north and south, which allow access between the western part of the fishery and the floor of the room, which is 10 feet lower. A wide opening in the floor to the south allows direct access to the sloppy, muddy water of the Jagari River. Further 3 feet down, while to the northwest stands an immense 8-foot tall wooden vat, its sides caked and waterproof with tar. Inside is a foul-looking mixture of chum, river water, and who knows what else. To the east are stacked many barrels and crates, each with a fish painted on it, and there are over a dozen small hammocks hanging from under the catwalks, each with its own ratty blanket and pillow.
Sarah's like, lovely. Hey, kids. Hi, kids. So we're here to rescue you.
Really?
Lamb. So we killed the big mean guy, and we're gonna take you someplace safe.
Okay. We'll go with you.
Okay, come on, guys. It's gonna be okay. Let's go. What are you? You don't have to be scared. Come on. Awesome. So Sarah's like, okay, do we have all the children?
Do we have all the children?
Sarah looks at the children and goes, do you know, is that all of you? Is there anybody else hiding?
You see one kid, the oldest one of the bunch, kind of taking a head count, and he says, I think that's all of us.
Guys, come on. So we're all gonna stick together, okay?
Okay.
Well, first, I suggest that me and Reeve take a quick lap around the place, make sure there aren't any more kids.
Okay. Sure.
I was actually gonna suggest that.
No child gets left behind.
So Sarah's gonna go to the front and talk with Nadia. Is the dog placated?
It's still barking defensively.
Alright, so Sarah's gonna look at Nadia and go, should we take the dog?
You think the dog poses more risk than something? Maybe. Let's ask the kids, actually. They probably know the dog more than us. Better than us, I mean.
Why don't... Sarah's gonna, alright. Hey kids, how do you feel about the dog?
We don't like the dog.
You don't like the dog? He's mean.
Bites us sometimes. That little angry man would tell the dog to bite us if we didn't do what we were told.
Oh, that's so mean.
Okay, so all I'm hearing is murder the dog. Reeve,
Sarah's
come on.
like, hold on, do you think maybe the dog was mean because just like you, he wasn't treated right?
Maybe. I don't think we should kill the dog.
I don't think we should kill the dog either.
I think we should kill the dog, personally.
Reef,
Let's not
Reef,
kill the dog. We are not killing the dog.
Reef grabs onto Sin
Hey.
and says, we are getting out of here. Engaging in battle with children around is a bad plan.
Oh, and letting the thing that could pose a threat to the children just wandering around a good thing?
Like,
Well,
okay.
no, because we're leaving this area. Let's go. And then Reef goes through his bag.
So
of
Sarah's gonna
things.
say, Uri, the dog's not gonna hurt you again. Okay?
So after a quick
Alright.
lap around the place, are there actually any more kids?
And Sarah's gonna try to calm the dog.
Okay, so Sin, you take a lap around the fishery.
Wait, hold on. So I have rations, right?
Yeah, everybody has rations, I think.
So Sarah's gonna take out some of her rations and try to give some to the dog.
Okay, so go ahead and roll handle animal. Sin, you take a lap around the fishery. It would appear that you've gotten all the children.
Alright, very good, very good.
Wow, nice.
Oh my god.
The dog sniffs the rations and is pretty apprehensive, but eventually does allow you to feed it some of the rations out of your hand.
Like, yeah, that's a good boy.
This dog, by the way, kind of looks like it doesn't look like the picture I just found a picture of a mean-looking dog. It's more of like a kind of like a bloodhound-looking dog.
Oh, there's a oh, that's a good boy. Oh, you must be hungry.
You see, as it's eating out of your hand, you do see sort of like a tag on it. Its name is Blue.
Like, hi, Blue.
And to be clear, it is not spelled like the color. It is blue, like that.
Sarah's gonna
Oh,
look
dear.
at Reef and go, "What do you know about the dog?"
It's a good question. What do I know about the dog? Is knowledge local?
You work for Lamb. I assume you know about the dog.
Because I worked for Lamb, so like, did I know the dog? Like, is this?
Oh,
that's
so
what I'm-
yeah. You recognize the dog. The dog. Everything the kids are saying about the dog is true. Hookshanks did oftentimes sick the dog on the kids for not listening. The dog. You may or may not have overheard in your time here that the dog may have killed one or two of the orphans.
Christ.
You know, but of course the dog not acting on its own, doing that, just been trained that way.
So
But
essentially, he only attacks the kids if commanded to do so.
yes.
So Reef is literally gonna walk over to where the dog is, grab the dog by the scruff of his neck, carry him over to the room where Giggles is, and point at Giggles' body, and bark at it that that's lunch. And then I'm gonna leave with the
Wait,
children.
hold up. I'm still hand feeding the dog.
Oh, I
No, you're
know.
not.
Okay, so
This is what I'm attempting to do. This is the problem. Is like I can't like give you the sense of the plan without telling the whole plan, and then at whatever point you want to interject and tell me like this is where you've stopped me. Like I'm fine with that
okay,
being
so
that point.
Sarah sees you go to grab the dog, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm going to bring it to where food is, and we are going to leave.
I am handing him food.
Yes, but if it's eaten children, I want it nowhere near them.
What do you mean he's eating children?
It's the same dog. Hookshanks has sicked him on children before to the point where 2 or 3 of them have died.
So
If
wait,
it
back
knows
up.
what they taste like, I don't like the
Hold
concept,
up,
even if it's been
Has he-
trained.
Shh. Has
What?
he ever attacked children of his own volition?
I don't know. I just know he's used them for food and snacks and attack posts before, and I'd rather them to go away. I promise I won't kill him, but I'm removing him from the vicinity of the children.
I will say that after the act of Sarah successfully feeding Blue, that Blue is more placated than before.
So he's not barking and growling. He's just kind of like.
No, I would say that Blue is a little bit more relaxed and is not.
Sarah's just like, look at him. He's not going to do anything.
Looks can be deceiving, Sarah.
Reef is very, very flustered by all of this and just goes, no, argues
Sarah's
with me.
like, hold up. I agree with putting him in a separate room. We're trying to evacuate the children. But can we not leave him with the dead bodies, please?
Well, that's... Reef just kind of like shrugs and looks at her and goes, why? You want me to leave the dog alone in a place with no humans to care for it and it to starve?
There are no humans for it to care for it anyway. We can come back for the dog.
Well, that's why I wanted to put it with the bodies. It has something to eat then. Why
And then you
waste
give
it?
it an actual taste for human
Okay,
flesh on its bone?
Reef, question. Very important thing to remember. That the room where Giggles is, the alligator could not be far away. So let's move Giggles' dead body to a different room and then feed the dog, okay?
Reef kind of looks at them and...
Or a different plan, since this is what I was going to tell you to do anyway. You take the dog and you fly above with him.
Okay. And without missing a beat, Reef just takes the dog and flies straight upwards.
Sarah's like, oh, damn it. She's like, Reef, come back here so I can at least put him to sleep.
Reef looks
I'm
down
pretty
at her
sure,
and goes,
like, messing with his eyes is just gonna make him more panicked.
What? I'm gonna sing him a lullaby, you idiot!
Alright, fine. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if dogs like lullabies.
So Cat's gonna try a lullaby focused only on the dog. See if I can put him to sleep.
Blue rolls an 11, so he does get a little groggy.
Okay. It's like, she goes, that's a good boy. And she gets some scrunchies and she's like, okay. He's tired. You're gonna hold him like a baby. And be gentle with him. Okay?
I shrug and I go, I don't know why you care how gentle I am before I drop him, but sure.
You're not dropping the dog!
Oh. Reef kind of gently plants his feet back down and looks back at Sarah with a little bit of a Pikachu face and goes, huh. So that wasn't the plan you were trying to get me to do.
I have a plan for the dog.
Huh.
Reef, are you just going to, like, fly up high in the sky and just drop the dog?
Yes.
Sarah
Oh,
goes,
no.
the dog, just like the children, is a victim.
Reef looks at Sarah and goes,
Oh, no.
okay, I can work with that. And then walks out of the room holding the dog. And then awkwardly looks back and forth and then goes and walks to the room we originally went to and walks in through the window I broke in through and plops the dog down on the bed, handing him a piece of dried meat from my rations, like all of the dried meat out of my rations, so the only thing left I have for myself are the fruits, and just leaves that on a pile on the floor, and then kind of looks and sees the bucket and goes, okay, there's some water there, and kind of just pats him on the head and said, Hordling made me promise, you're not dead, and then awkwardly climbs out the window and walks back down the thing, down the
Just like,
planks,
what the
and
fuck
comes
did you
back
just-
into the room.
What the fuck did you just do?
You go all the way, you go through the window, around to the front door, and
Yes.
open the front
Sarah,
door.
at this point, has already had a rough day.
Yeah, I
And
could.
she is just like, what did you do? Oh, stop. And
The
she
dog-
is like on the verge of tears again.
I look at Sarah and I say, I give him food, not Giggles. Giggles had the crocodile or the alligator, the big lizard thing. I put him in the other room with the splattered man.
With the splattered man. That's true, he is in there.
I'm okay.
Don't think his body got looted either.
Nope.
Sarah's like, okay.
He didn't lose his body. Okay, hold up. Let's go loot.
Okay, well I was gonna say that I rifled through his stuff when I was in there, and I
Oh,
was
okay,
about to
so-
show. That was
alright.
what I was about to roleplay and be like, by the way, I have this stuff.
Okay, so roll,
Sarah is
roll
just like,
perception
"What
to
is
see how
cool."
long it takes you to go through his things.
I was doing an order. I was supposed to be like surprise, but I should probably have whispered you, the DM, and let you know that was the plan.
It's all good. So you find a wand, the one he was using. You find vials, 3 vials that can seem to contain some kind of acid. You find a thunderstone. You find his leather armor, his dagger, his light crossbow. He has a brass key that looks identical to the one that you guys found on Gaedren Lamm, and a separate iron key that seems like it would open something different than the brass key. And finally, he has a garnet amulet.
So, okay, I'm gonna be honest with everyone. I show everyone everything except the garnet.
Okay, so you guys, the rest of you see the wand, vials of acid of thunderstone, his armor and weapons, and the 2 keys.
So I'm assuming the brass key is for the chill, but what's the iron key for? Is it the room that he was in?
I don't know.
The iron key.
Oh, you weren't asking in character. My bad.
The iron key, you're not sure. There didn't, when you guys were in the room that he was initially in, there didn't appear to be anything that, like, such a key would open. So whatever that goes to is probably elsewhere. You think back at some of the objects that you've seen. There was a cabinet in this room here. I don't think there were any objects that in this room that had, looked like they could be opened with a key. And then some other rooms, as well as kind of the boat that you guys went through to get to the lower level of the fishery. You didn't really like inspect anything on the boat too closely. You were kind of just moving along as Hookshanks and Giggles were leading you to Gaedren Lamm.
All right, so I'm thinking we come back and investigate what that iron key could unlock. But right now, let's get the kids to somewhere else. It's what I'm thinking. What say y'all?
Sound good to everybody else?
Let's check the cabinet real quick. It should be close by.
Yeah, the cabinet's right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna see the key opens the cabinet.
Sure enough, it does.
Oh, good decision making.
Inside the cabinet, you find. Let's see here. Here we go. You find 6 small pouches. 4 of them are filled with copper pieces, 200 in total between the 4. And the final 2 have silver pieces, 100 in total.
I do not hoard that. I've only hoarded the garnet.
Alright, I'm going to give everyone. I'm giving. No, these copper pieces. No. One copper peach for all of us. 1 silver peach pouch for me, and y'all can fight over who gets the last one. Alright, here's what I found. This silver pouch is mine, but between the 3 of you, which one do you think shall have the 3rd one? Okay, I'll just keep both pouches for me. Good talk, y'all. Alright, let's get going.
I'll take it.
Fantastic. So.
No. You gotta speak up if you want things. You don't. If you know, speak up to one thing. I'm just gonna take it.
That's fine. I want to leave.
Very well.
Come on,
all right,
children.
kitties. On the move.
All right, so guys, get the kids outside. For now, leaving the dog with with the pile of dried jerky and other trail rations.
Sarah will come to the dog after we drop off the children.
Okay. So you step outside and you see some glowing lights and flickering of fires outside in various parts of the city that you can see at least. You hear the bells tolling. You hear a cacophony of different screams. You even hear the clashing of weapons, shrieking of terror, and yeah, that. There's also the periodic explosions that come from arcane spells being slung around. You look up at one point to see a few hippogriff riders swooping overhead, members of the Sable Company. All of them are angling towards Castle Corvosa at what looks like a breakneck pace. One of the hippogriffs is badly wounded, and it actually succumbs to its injuries. You see the hippogriff just rain blood down on the street around you, and then crashes at full speed into a statue, taking its rider and itself to a bone-crunching demise. The others in the group do not stop or defer from their routes to check on the fallen ally of theirs. Amid the chaos, you hear the voice of a herald screaming out, "The king is dead. Long live the queen." And this herald simply is shouted down by ragged cries of, "Hang the queen," or "The usurper must die." The city has gone absolutely mad while you were doing battle with Gaedren inside of his lair.
Yeah. Like, Sarah's looking there and goes, "What the fuck?"
I recommend everyone get back inside, and we're going to the basement.
Inside of where?
Reeve, is there a basement in this place?
You were on a lower floor to fight Gaedren. I wouldn't technically call it a basement, but there is a lower level, yes.
Well, that place has the alligator, so I don't recommend there. Let's just go to the center of the building, so there's as many walls between us and them.
Okay. So, what I'm hearing is that you guys are going to just shack up in here and, kind of wait it out.
That's what I'm thinking.
We have no idea what's happening. Sarah's saying this out loud to Bruce, like, we have no idea what's happening.
Personally,
I think
if they're
taking
attacking
cover is a good idea.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't give a shit about the nobility, so they can kiss my ass, so I say we value our lives over theirs.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
Gaedren, duck and cover.
Why are there riots? What the fuck happened?
So,
something about a bunch of people killing the king, and they want to kill the queen too, which is not our problem.
Right, okay.
Let me see if I have any buttons for,
So yeah, I think the right move is to move everyone to the center of the building to where there's many walls between us and them, and we hunker down for a while.
Agreed.
Nadia, what do you think?
Yes. I'm too scared to find out what's happening, so.
Fear's good, makes you feel alive.
I don't like fear, thank you very much.
You should revel in it.
No, it makes me sick.
I
Be
have a dumb
bold
question.
by it. What's your question?
So they said the king has died, long live the queen. Is the queen his daughter or his wife?
I would hope the wife.
those of you who have lived in Corvosa and have been privy to happenings among the nobility and the royalty, it's his wife.
Okay. Like, I'm asking you because I figured we would know, right?
Yeah, so basically, the king was on the older side. And when he took his wife, she was way, way, way younger than him. So the queen is actually kind of around like your age, like 20s.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask a ton of questions about like how the throne heredity goes because I have questions.
So yeah, she is actually an outsider. There was a lot of talk among the nobles as well as the many rumor mongers in the city, mostly surrounding the fact that she is from Cheliax and not from Corvosa. Although those two places have like pretty decent relations, mostly thanks to the king. Yeah, she's not a native Corvosan by any stretch.
So then in terms of succession, I'm assuming they don't have children. If they don't have children, is there...
As far as you know, they do not have children.
So I'm trying to figure out how she's next in line for succession, because she shouldn't be, right? Like, it normally would...
The city has not really discriminated in terms of, like, whether or not a king or a queen can be, like, the ruler of the city. Like,
No, I get that, but usually it's based on heredity. Like, their children we get first, if it's not... Yeah.
Yeah, so, another thing with the, you know, the rumor monger types in the city is they kind of perpetuate this, you know, the aptly named Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is that no sitting ruler of Corvosa, you know, since it became a monarchy, has produced an heir.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm fairly sure another thing that they mention is that no sitting ruler of Corvosa has died of old age. I think that's part of it as well.
Okay.
You guys would have heard that, you know, being tossed around by some people, whether it's true or not. But that's believed to be part of this so-called curse.
So there is no actual ruling dynasty. It's just like whoever happens to be sitting on the throne at the time, and it may not always be somebody who's related to the previous ruler.
Yeah, I believe there have been different noble houses that have held the throne at different points since Corvosa has become a monarchy as well.
Okay, that answers my questions.
Yes, and prior to that becoming a thing, the quote unquote ruler was always like a lord magistrate rather than like a proper king or queen. Okay. Any other things that you guys want to do, or any questions for me about what's happening?
Reef, as far as I would know, Reef, especially since he's wearing parade wear for the city, would have a clue of what this means and is literally just doing his best to protect the little hordlings he's just gathered and keep them safe from the initial chaos as a new, pretty much, order has been put in place, and whether or not rebels are going to take the crown or if the queen is going to hold it. And it's going to be a few nights of this, as far as I'm aware of. So I'm going to pretty much just commandeer control of the fish hatchery. No one knows Lamb's dead. I work for Lamb as far as most people are concerned. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to act as Lamb's mouthpiece. And we're going to keep his body here. And we are going to use this. And if any of his lackeys come to the door, we are going to send them on their way and tell them to make sure the hatchery is safe.
You did say hatchery? Oh, right, because fishery.
Yeah, it's a fishery. It's not a hatchery,
Yeah.
but
It's a hatchery. Okay, wait.
I got
said
confused for a second.
I also said hatchery because as far as Reef is now concerned...
Oh, the little eggs. The orphans, yes.
The orphans are his... And he came from an egg, so...
Okay, makes sense. Okay, so I will then presume that you guys are going to hole up in here for the night, at least.
Yes.
Yep.
So, we will say that you guys are taking a rest. We will also, we'll also call it here. I think it's 10:30, so I don't want to... Listen. I don't want to push too hard for the people who need to get to sleep.
I get.
I know.
I appreciate it.
So
I've honestly been falling asleep for the past hour.
Point of order. You guys have reached level 2.
Yeah.
So before we end, I'll have you guys at least roll your hit points, and then we will we'll discuss what you guys are going to choose for your level ups during the break. I'll make the list like I always do, and we'll sort through it like that. Okay, so 4 hit dice rolls. Nadia and Sarah, you guys get to roll a d8. Reef, you roll a d10, and Sin rolls a d12. Oh, very nice. You rolled an 8.
Money!
8.
I will take that.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's, 8 plus 2 is 10. Sarah's also 8 plus 2 for 10. Nadia, 4 plus 1 for 5.
Come on, Reef. You got this.
I believe Reef.
Big
How many
money.
hit points?
Big bucks, no whammies. And stop.
I just
Oh.
rolled my hit dice out of panic, and I know that's not what I'm supposed to do.
That actually, looking at the roll sort of code, that actually is a correct roll. So
It's a 1d10.
yes, so I will
so-
take it. You rolled a 10, plus 2 for a 12 hit point gain.
I'll
Wait,
take
how much
it.
total health? How much total health do you have now?
Reef has 25.
Damn it!
Sin is 24. Sarah's 21, and Nadia is 14.
We dinged.
Okay.
I am mad jelly.
So, like I said, I will make the list of stuff. Let me stop this music. This bell tolling is going
Why
to
are
drive me
you
crazy.
mad jelly?
Because the entire bird have a lot of health. That's what has more health than me.
I have uncanny dodge now.
You're talking to someone who has 14 hit points.
Yeah, but the main thing is that barbarians have D12. I'm supposed to have the most. And I
No,
don't.
you're
Can't
not.
be caught flat-footed anymore.
Huzzah.
I just like the fact that the little lambs are neatly organized in a grid and move together as one.
I mean,
appreciated that.
I definitely
appreciated that.
did that to make it easier to move their tokens around, but yeah,
I know,
you tell them to maybe you guys don't have to go sleep in your ratty old hammocks. You can kind of find other places if you want.
They are in the hatchery. Reef is going through the entire building, getting the finest stuff that the entire building has, and is making that center room as luxurious as possible with what goods are available in the fishery. Going through Lamb stores, taking whatever he wants. He's finding a room if it has a fireplace in it, putting them in there, and just sprawling out all the mats, all the luxurious rugs, blankets, and just going, ta-da! Bedroom.
Excellent. But yeah, all right. So you guys have dealt with Gaedren Lamm and his thugs, essentially resolving the reason why you were all brought together. You've also found out the truth about what happened to Zalara. And you have now learned the beginnings of sort of the overarching plot of the whole campaign, which is the king is dead and now the queen rules Corvosa. And the city is now bordering on anarchy. But that is going to be something that we will begin to investigate next time. And next time is going to be in 2 weeks. We're going to be off next Sunday for the Super Bowl. I hope that if you have a rooting interest in the game, for our viewers at home, that your team wins. I personally do not have a rooting interest. I'm just going to watch the game and hopefully it'll be a good one. That being said, we hope you have a good week. Stay warm if you live somewhere that's cold. It's been very cold up here lately. And yeah, we hope to see you back here in 2 weeks for another exciting session of Pathfinder. So until then, have a good night.
Guys.